Well, good evening. Mama so of course, live on OK 101.7 FM. So, and we are also live across your partner radio stations. So, Madaroma, yeah, the discussions we're in our bro. No, it's a very tense day, and the tension come. I think this week in Nankasa, there's been too many things going on. I remember Jasu we're live. Okay, 101.7 FM, your High Life Radio, your NASPA Radio, or London, your Kings Jersey Radio, New Jersey, America, Brochimemo, and Migacho FM Mokukure to me. You're across Europe near you're live also on YouTube, vimladyonline.com. No, Vimlady Online, YouTube, Vimlady Online, YouTube. Remember, good evening, dear friend, Vimlady. If you can say for now, you are watching it because too much tension and too much questions about the name. But before they say the ajubre. People are so and yeah, everybody is attached to a tradition, any ethnic group, anywhere they belong. Because at least for one thing, I Africans, any pain we all recognize, say, baby, you don't know, you don't decide how you are born, where you are born, which parents you are born to. It's one thing that you're free wherever we came from. You do not choose. And they say about Fantini, about Ukraine, about Wangweni, about Sisalani. Nobody chooses that. And that is why, when sometimes that becomes the source of derogation, and now I said the source of just to undermine or look down upon each other, and yet wherever it happens, we have all experienced it. When people say, a group way, ethnic group way, they be among the families in Pono, you can see within the same family, the same ethnic group. There are people who look down upon you, there are people who will not look down upon you. Some human institutions here. You always find people who feel that they are above, people who are in between. At least the fact that we did not choose. And choose their own way, and choose. We should just allow it to go. And she has them videos, many pictures now. You can see, said the young woman. Problem. I mean, because everywhere I tend to, and then somebody called me also or sending WhatsApp me Ghana number, so I'm like, oh, Dima, and I'm like, slow down. I mean, we all have to slow down. We just have to calm down. We just have to calm down. What I say? All of us should just calm down. Tension because of course you didn't say we have just less than 80 days to elections. And 80 days to elections, no tension will hold that. We should demonstration. And that's one of the key things we'll be looking at. Election offenses, electoral offenses, or demonstration. Yeah, and to be look for some especially when it's about ethnic groups. The last time, Celestine Donko, Dia Samobaye, or interview with TV3, or no, even her own people, their own voters. Or can say, oh, for show-based purposes. She said, "Yeah, Chatawale, a friend is Chatawale. You need Dian Casanono." What I say, but he has adopted that name. Said, "Yeah, for show-based purposes, it's very easy for it to be sold." But said the other present as seminal, or not for said, "I'm good so." Almost the identity away attack for a donko. Me cry me okay, man. So when you have a chairman, said, "Yeah, I'm man." Later, I'm reading comment na me hu ye. Inti no, yenya abotre. Yenya abotre. You know, ethnic groups asem ye very tense. Obia okwakoka obi group asem no, somebody will attack you because people are so passionate, especially in Africa. And you see, they are dangerous. We are all guilty because there is nobody who tell me ne. Yenye guilty that's what can be a oh wait free her oh and we have all given yen oh fancy for money we say these things. I sometimes yes ever for say Asante for omo are omo elenye omo go school omo ye too no na ya can. We say all these things they against each other. If you no for there omo ye tap. We say all these things, but usually no ya can. You say obi can against obi and I say be a bibi. If we obi one more onim no can or can ya, but it's dangerous. Yeah, so they can Rwanda. You see, a woman said in Rwanda ye, but nothing can replace the people who have died in Rwanda. And Nyama that tones to say, and I'm not tension ba. Obi ko wari obi cry you know, because of free ha. Yeah, say of free ha. Oba me family ah. Yeah, whatever for me family mu. Yeah, what Asante for me family mu, Fante for me family mu, Nzema for me family mu, and we are all one. But obi betia obi na so. Intermediate from nanono ebesi ya individuals, we should all calm down. Yen nyina yem fanche, we should just forgive. And I also got a man telling about one express. You see, I always say, whichever government did that to us, why bonnie? Buying or better Ghana, Konya, so yes, a enjoy history. That person did us a service. Whoever advised that government, say enjoy history, because he had history. We all will see, say, if we one place. And technically, we all came from different places in Ghana. Ghana does not belong to anybody. Second man or two for kind obi anye nipa nche obi asantini to me nka so ye nipa chen nkrani nkrani so to me nka so ye nipa chen eveni but ye nyina ye wo ye tendency wo ko Nigeria Igbo for ye dwedi for mo pe school bebre but that is their trump card omo to dey so be business people mo ska for school bebre nya yi or peska or ye adwuma. Everybody has their turn. Every group of people be a ma 5 Ubons and Kola 5 so be adding in Subai. Let's calm down. Why? Mama yama tension already election and kasa the tension because any tension can be in the MPP and no more yet and away now ballot so and away one number one. Madam for some reason and friend no kasa same we say. And how we see your Ghana happen was say you're focusing on major issue. This is a country and Yankopa my oil. Yep, Bibia gold for the first time cocoa. Galam say, after your cocoa, we are producing less than half of what you are supposed to produce. But before the town, you're making over 1 million metric tons of cocoa. Over 1 million metric tons of cocoa. These are the issues. Yeah, media for us here. What's not air? Not done traditional yes. Meanwhile, who really get to a beer and I have 90 years of the confidence in ignorance. What born I was saying ignorant to so count. It's sad. Who read the book to a beer and Capeto say before I brought your colonial master ban. They control the gold, cocoa, and they control it themselves. Brony by who said no, the more the traditional leaders have that power, the more they can fight them because before that they were fighting them, sir. The engine from them. And Kroma Betina Konyaso 1960, na moya ya na Kroma ye no law. The Minerals Act say all gold, all bauxite here and 200. In Central Region bauxite here, kwaje de ma China force ye sino-hydro. E o tu for na ko sign no. Volta region oil e keep 3 points. Ye nya oil wo ho pa. One cedi mpon kwa ahemfo no ho. What goes to them is royalties. Royalties into the traditional council, not assembly, not traditional council. Yes, I was one of the key people. Yenya kept 3 points oil. I was telling him for Western region because my classmate back Eddie ni papa ni atiburukusu. Say that Western region him for mama yam pushing and changing minerals to no near say 10% of all the oil no should go to Western region specific. Not the oil will baby I said adaptations and changing to ada 10% should go to the people of that region. Share gold I to what in village. Cause South Africa Cape Town, you would drive 24 hours with Dobibia. 24 hours who port back Cape Town. But Obuasi chain village, and your contact junction, a kind of correct and a kind of titiaye. And then politicians by 1 kilometer, 15 kilometer road, be a full say, because you have 15 kilometer road into Antonio Monfromo. Meanwhile, we road, I won't hear you. That is your job. especially in a third world country, your job is to do development. Because Ghana gold, yeah, the amount. Ghana gold, yeah, the amount. Ghana bauxite, yeah, the amount. Ghana oil, yeah, the amount. Ghana soil, the edge of central region, the edge of north, the is vested in the president. Into Obia near Juma, Obi and Chen Obi. And that's why Ghana constitution, yeah, say, national development. Yeah, sure, Ghana resources, no. Eminence so Obia, so there should be equitable distribution of development. Equitable. And America said, say, Ghana say, enjoy history today. Because divide and rule, that's what politicians like. Divide and rule. Divide and rule. So when they divide Asante against Asante against Igbo, and Cry against North, for way for against, that is why politicians can rule. And then they will say, higher media, I vote. After you Ghana for ne to aband your Bruce and bread at again, and coin the gum, and drink. Until the moment you come from this place by force, I was out to my way. How? You see, but I think media for no, you can't, you're completely, you can't, you can't only am Ghana SN media for no, you can't. Because I can media, one of your key responsibilities is your best agenda. Now, your set agenda now. Yeah, the anything can you set agenda na yebema on minor issues of national development biem abuama on minor konanim but here nyata how yes set agenda ni mom e mom ye the politicians na chinka nyata na osi e check you omo especially politicians ti akonwa so no our job is to check that politician say the entire oman for to ma wo no because Ghana constitution is a very specific constitution. It's a professor be professor from Port. They be also Ghana constitution where useless. Now say answer ye. Yeah, the power be my president said. Yes, you who a good year be a man now. So be a behu. I want assassination. I want free. I want assassin in chemu. I want a side where wherever we find it, no, automatically who assassin the audio, but it is vested in the president. Now, Busaho said, for instance, in this Galamsey issue, has the president that we have vestment of in him, no? Has he will do a contact properly to Ghana for now? For that matter, have they do a contact properly to us, the Ghanaians? That is why a media for the human should go. Our job is to check. Yes, that's the agenda for the interest of the public. But they are one quack Jim. And then for say, and more media no, and media no, you're quiet then and fast checking. It's a platform no be better so not all spewy or check or customer completely inaccurate. Only one cast a water region for empire oil no and yet stadium or a water region. And then no mood depending on a host no. Your job is to fast check the person. Now no America for a year by a year friend saying Kamala Harris any Trump debate. Trump can say Ohio. My immigrants no for cats. Any dogs. Harry. The one host, journalists, they fact check Mr. President, you check it, and you're not correct. Even the president was fact checking. How many of us can fact check the president? And even if you do, Yatiana Manase Koye, a vigilante, will document you by then. Even the people who are supposed to support the media say, there be. Page, you have a dinner time. So nobody is even having the motivation to even fact check. And to media, you man completely. Because you can see a fact checking. And to be able to channel so I'll say, oh, Santa Juan, Mumfama Santa Simon. So no, one no patch away language with it. Ajubre, Manembra from Kaka, withdraw honor. Oh, withdraw honor. But the viewers, the listeners say, oh, Jana, no money flow, let the person flow. I say, oh, papa, and now the emphasis be to change. Oh, papa, and I own an Nipana cancer actually now. Send Kenya day. Because sometimes you see, said you bunya buane kwasiam kwa na ya video. Sometimes you demeanor when you obey body language, name some obeka no. If you want a point so and issue now or traditional leaders will role to play in the fight for national unity. But may say, I'm insisting, say, because kwesi broni no training your politicians they know say na for our Ghana we are very important. Omunya role abagwa me say first na for more court omudi asem. Omu to me order me afro. And all the court, the court, no, Brony court, no, will enforce what Nanama Henfona can, they will enforce it. Yeah, this are too many baby free Henfonism. And yeah, Danny almost all they do campaign, almost endorsements, Emma politicians. Because yeah, they go diamond to the extent they do elections. Not politicians have to V8 am I a handful. Just they are strictly a handful of all the resources they have. To the extent that I was so a patch out, me V8 okay, Mahama time. Or you call Mahama call rounds no 2020 or 2016. Or you know now, Mr. President, and you can't be my henna. But the questions are the day we do not give them anything. And they just saw him be on wire resourceful. Talk we after that. You want to talk we after that. Casa call China. Ecofa invested Baby C gas plant whatever. Boom. Gas plants. We have not even given that man his flowers. Talk we after that. Yanko Ponshan Nana me bold in my sorry. Talk we me bold in my sorry. This man gave us a gas plant, and it is one of the gas plants that produce gas to the national grid. And you know I can do so. The end can you chum crashes stadium. Talk we after that. For investment. I covered the inauguration, a commissioning of because they say me 18. And what a married friend who call him Kakak before you get to Pontation, the gas plant is there. I am for agent of development by Yadani Omunina say, Omunya yes, I must have him for. We need to, that is why I'm saying, say, yeah, Africa for any Ghana for in particular. Yeah, one thing that makes us stand out, different, yeah, him for no. And we should never undermine the 2 meter crown put your hand for because Kwesi Brony Britain airport or G 2 meaning if we are here for no. If we are saying a crana account here for no respect to Kakano Mono, yes, good animasia. Say, young for all Ghana Kwan, do baby a politicians here, the able to call them to order. But again, they also begs the question, say, I have for no influence Kakana Mosomono. Yes, Ramon, where they money demo. You pay a Muslim. Eh? Nana, yes, most say. Most of me are one constitutional amendment, not a mouse start saying, yeah, be ye. Now, this are to me now wrongfully. Akakodi politician, especially president. Yeah, president is saying, me. President to be at the so all the powers. President have appointed Minerals Commission for. President have appointed a first with DC for just say, let us give those powers back to the chiefs. And then the chiefs need to mean more committees our regions. No, what the politicians have failed to do, what the regional ministers have failed to do, district assemblies, because they have BIA to Galam say BIODC or Amanda. But DC BIA man car, DC BIA to Petrogunicamo. You see, but I don't know to say for instance, I will for Santa Mani lady a problem, no. Because the people are here, Gracia Chia Omoka. The people are your mom V8. The people are your top petrol go Omoka. The people are Moka say, yeah, the Ghana Sika, and your Omoka, no matter. And you fight your handful. But they are district assemblies. In fact, or your more license wakra. Or the license don't do district assembly. And they do manage to the back district executive no matter. We are not blaming the district assemblies. And you blame your handful. Natakra dia handful. In Chroma Chrome for handful. Western region handful. Asakegwa. Se she be quiet. Se she de so. Body. Omo to me by. Omo say omo VAT. How do they have the resources? Say, you have resources when go fight Galamsey. Galamsey people are Omukuta AK-47, funded by the same politicians. So they need grab Bedo Mahama. Even when soldiers try to stop Galamsey mine in Kwayakunu, how many chiefs have the resources? So it's a moment to your book for there. Say I the pressure and for because we have virtually stripped them of all the powers. Yan come back to Atamos Adiana and all you know. Atamos constitutional amendment. Near find shame say let us give power to our hefono. Yeah, more resources. Yeah, money by force. So we must resource our hefono. Elections are going in and can never be one man. Hefono can deal with it. But power and yaje from us. Resources yaje from us. How is it that he be anyone more a year first saying as Gracia? Article 71 or he be any more. Nina political appointees, judges, or he be any Article 71 or he be any Article 71. In the Alabama, because you am ready for the BIA, bro. What they decided say my history, any elective subject. Until one history was quite just a Ghana history be a because this one basic history, JSS, basic history would have shown you say there is no mineral I vested in any of Hinibia or Ghana. It is all vested in the president for the people. Meanwhile, people no komua content train. Yo how Nanado and Kasa say he's ready to sacrifice his two. Oba bad the idea say Nanado and they wow no. Let us be binding on you. Let your word be your bond. There be because party for the baby. So according to Omo utterances, so a link to party for it. For to me come back to a for them because the air can connect dangerous. Because Ghana, I mean, when I was growing up in Tema, my classmates and Crania, me to me the genie fee. Or to me, the man is all to be a fear bedidi. My classmates, a Titi Papa who said, me my prawn media go bet me actually know to time to coffee. Me Papa about catches a wire dear. We'll be a few different tribe. We in Tema when we were growing up, there was nothing like way free. I never saw it in Tema. I never saw it in Tema. By a yini echiche. Me want more damn away munebia na wo biemu. Obi any right to belittle anybody. Inti yen say ye kase mu ye. Ya woni nyina ho kwanye nyina na fata ye. Ya woni nyina. You see, the ones that we say it and joke around it. So in fact for their concert, they really laugh over it. Omo funny person. Oh, asante for omo R no omo L in ye. They laugh over it. And yet obi funny person. But sometimes the emotion here they cannot. And before anger, bitterness. Oh, move from my son to say, I'm sorry, Obia owe you anything. Obiamba, so don't go to Obi. Nobody has any right to belittle anybody. Said they be most Sunday comment no mokano. Obi also need right to so obey look down Obi. But I'm saying, say, say, body has a bad character. Obia, people so a good character. It is just human institution. Okwa approach as I know motie. Aprofuni be pebby before, be some pebby before. Obi be for N-word, Obi so for N-word because they believe the Obi. But we must eliminate kakra no may blow no out of proportion. And to say lady idea our patcho, fine our patcho, yeah, let it go. Now mama am brought back to the drawing board, near me focusing on issue no. So what I say, but I think that for Asante Man, a lot of people baby I have one too many. You see, me see compared to this with a Celestine Donko, just a name. But a name that everybody is attached to. Because why is it that say, wow, would you want better drop you now for Obi Momudi? That is why the people got upset. People are emotional when it comes to tradition, when it comes to ethnic groups, when it comes to because I am body and you just Obi free keke. Oh, if we are say no. But it embodies a lot of things. It embodies who they are. It embodies where they've come from, the history of their ancestors. How they seen that? It took what can crowd led in a chin. Inti agibreo, mama yena yentoni down. There's too much tension in the air. There's too much tension. Ghana, Togo crying to Minko. Oko Togo cry, Ghana, I beni ya kaneson, I Togo for there. They will know so unfriho. They will know. Inti mama yentra ya na Nigeria for Ghana. This is all we have. But sometimes if our your perspective, you're just Ghana, pay your force and no. The baby are very dangerous. Because when you take a jacket to every if you look at all Francis in the last couple of days, said the uncle for Casa to say a body infantile a body won't come. Why? A buffon ya hiding where you come towards people. Towards a group, no, the words I have seen people use on social media no, and fatayeng. Ghana, you call boarding house, your classmates, and the air say once you call form no politicians, they are dining and whining together. They are dining and whining together. Kono. How do you near your coni? They are dining and whining together. Yes, you are movie baby on person movie be or be no copy girl or busazo free him as an marry. Don't wanna be a man, my friend uncle busazo free as or very prama. Why really start baby? So look, we have married ourselves, we've had relationships with ourselves, we've had entanglement. We've intertwined. And to Kobuso be a wolf say be a woman cranny. Oh, mammy back chira no. Now free fine we bought a crown own anaba. We all don't belong to even baby cry for say free no. Me editor no. I have this tradition where intensive officer na mabuso who free. Most of the young people from GIG won't baby free. Because when people catch us me free, I don't want to problem any papa. So okay, we are training to the jade. They don't know. And now, but they don't know. Me see the yes, I enjoy history. That person, almost like the person put a gun to her head. Nipana ya boni created divisions, serious divisions among us. And can them adomahine any asante kom. It shouldn't be. Why are we fighting? In this day and age, at time of phone call out KG, they know mechanical engineering and the pump. They have just say, oh Lord have mercy. Yeah, before I catch you, you catch it. You gusuni idea go on yenim. America school be here a amount in Kolahoma commodima KG for Kolanket. People are thinking into the future. Yeah, the power no to me for no back. These are some of the things that Ahemfono can do. Then I heard a branch about very ignorant. Ignoramus upon ignoramus comment. And I don't know 1 year to say Dubai. Dubai, oil ning at the moment. They have governors, they are kings, or me a handful. Or maybe political leadership be out Dubai. Yam to about Dubai. Ya omo handful oil ni omo dia. Ghana to kwesi broni kono ya se begji oil no. E begji bibie from nsem. It is so him say ania pa ye to okra ye mining. This our kwaje menos atansa what you made to ania. Unim say boba ye pie no kwa ye license no akra. Or he be a quarry old land. So you don't even have the right to grant that permit to so be payable. No. This is a license no nanado. And in the ministers no abujina pomo no mama license. What kind of country is that? You take all the power from Ahemfono and make Ahemfono useless. And be at go to Kakawa, Konyano, Mohadi, or shenanigans. I make us a hero. Ahemfono be out chakra. We have stripped greater crime raging chiefs of all the land. As I see one can fire, you been on Komaji or the Etamai. A bit on Komaji or the year first a hubble. But I said, I hear royalty is kind of do a hubble. I hear the pot Tamahino. And some can say, a portion of it must go to a for now. What we have stripped them of that. Now, for Nadani Lala Sulala. I have brought me a kind of political system. No, and this is why I think it's history. These are the things they must push. See, power no back to so that they can help push our interests. Obia, sorry, I said you're Bruce Predator. Okay, can't say will be a child for. Meanwhile, him for the power be any more. Into a crying and crying him for one crying. Also, assassin him at also. You're getting in the national development, including parliament. Baby, a parliament is no a also for assassin. But if they go assassin in a la for assassin. Yeah, did the national airport near the how much money did they give to the chiefs? How much money did they give to the chiefs? Yeah, we are stripped him for now. In 2 because I cannot Dubai for a development. As I said, Osubancha, as I said on Confankoye, Gamashi, as I said on Mofankoye development. They have nothing. We have taken all the land from them. We have taken all the land from them. It's a Kasa. Mommy and Kasa to see a reading, and everything is online. Read. Yes, media for we have lost our way. We have lost completely. We have lost media for we have become a waste of airtime. Bloggers, it's sad. This is what we should be doing. We should be educating the public. In Info, they are the most deprived info in Ghana. In Info, they are the most deprived. We have taken about 60% of their land in Accra, and their capital. Those days now, we are buying to me a compulsory acquisition. I'm buying to me a compulsory acquisition, and a lot of it in Kromami and compulsory acquisition. They just took it from them. Yeah, the national development into a more for no moting cancer assessment. Almost person music school, one person, and was so monotrochoma government. How? We have stripped them. Yeah, we are near the cat and cry for him for Omunyashi. Omunya, where is the land? Kakana can almost also did it. Because it's their God-given right. Very careful when we are talking about our handful. Know the history of traditions and son of Wakamasem. Who name history now, menka? Who name history? Menka, Kosuya answer. We should not be saying anything. Politics, I thought maybe a politicians also say creating more divisions because Obama way a vote to her, Obama way a vote to her. Why? What do we get? Unya vote, maybe are not minor share, no, we are there. Dubai, and yet Rwanda. Abrofuni I didn't have more music when you be to Zakagamia and Kwamana say forever. Why are we doing this? Abrofuni are planning their country said 100 years to come. Commercial to her 100 years to come. We should stop doing that. Yes, sell mine and it's not good. Yes, sell mine and it's not good. Yeah, no, they will blame us for dividing us. We divided your home. I'm obian and a young contamate. And they say, why are we even doing that? This is just my take. What I say, I can't less than 80 days to elections. There's so much tension. Demonstration here, constitution is to be out the right to demonstrate. To say, it's and call for demonstration. But demonstration in your own terms and conditions. There is no law, there's no rule. There are terms and conditions they apply. There are terms and conditions that apply. There are terms and conditions. There are terms and conditions that apply. And to me, sorry, keke. And quiet demonstration, terms and conditions. No, that is why I obey a demonstration. No actual letter. Demonstration, your mom root. And what law did they breach? And a personal attack. And intimidation, intimidating for. And then I'm saying, lawyer, what the voter offenses are. Because there was serious offenses. I'm not politician because so know, and maybe why I'm funny serious. They are not politicians manipulating, and they are cheating us, and they are lying to us. Yes, sorry, politicians or most of them they are not engaged in demonstrations. And so you had the umbebaye. Ne yako, ye ma edokno kakra bi as yen kwane demonstration ye de ho agim. Ne akwa demonstration. Enti na na demonstration o mo ye ne kwa de so obi ama. Why are we doing that? Now police so are you doing yourself? Are you doing your job without any kind of intimidation? And now, obia constitution is obia demonstration. Now, even terms and conditions were who cry. How are you ensuring say any na because any say police council ni na politicians or mutia konya so no control mo. Enti just but I just want to say something about this balloting issue. No say politicians play what Ghana way adwene amoma say adwene wo form and they are fooling with us. You are doing one form to the extent say positions on ballot paper. Seriously, make try to Facebook say anything be I Africa. You are Hanama. Illiteracy one so be on my own who the difference between number one and number two are. Okay, positions on ballot paper is completely irrelevant. And so be a and when I number 8, when I number 1, when we have serious issues here. Present politicians more address it. One baby inflation neighbor from there. But people are complaining everywhere. So they cannot afford basic things in life. 3 square meals a day. Adriani better me and somebody in a day they can't afford. These are the issues I am voters and also meanwhile voters I dream of form so much that yes obi da number 1, obi da number 2, oh number 1 oh number 8 and you bet no more kumase how on beto aba ama number 8. Are we serious? And media people too are in the front of it. Yes, so why are we doing that? Why are we the media front? Forget about the position on the ballot box paper no. Because politicians in say they need to strengthen voter education. So when you voter education, let the commission have voter education. Or be a ballot box ni bia hu nim say mini pani B. You have a picture of your candidate. There is simplicity. There is no doubt, no question about that. But they are playing on a game. We are buying into it. Media for so gullible. Yeah, politically fixated on say media for no so baby. Now, baby, obi da ballot paper so must be fix cocoa na. Yen to me and 1 million metric tons no. Baby, obi da ballot paper no so be fix ya coin na enye no. Baby, obi da ballot paper no so be fix education issues na e wo no. Baby, obi da ballot paper no so be to me fix the basic infrastructure deficit whatever fix it. No. Yeah, problem. Yeah, what problem? The media used to be the savior. President Wallace nominate all the champion time in a cool near Adiaba. The media was the only hope. As a BB because of media phone and get to me kudro a catch up man say there be. And then the media in done political media for. We don't set agenda, be just NBC and MPP agenda. And he set it. Agenda a benya be the agenda a better the coins. And not one idea set it. Into a BB a buy time automatic or nipani here, Juma Ben away. The media, Juma, being a watchdog doesn't mean that the attempt. Being a watchdog means that yes, no. When a banner you be now force away they are correct. You cannot bet me about banner, so there's absolutely nothing wrong about it. But a banner you betting at see a banner, this is wrong. A banner didn't draw. Your job is to check. There be higher than here bloggers. And here blog yet see now media for your verification be able. Your verification be able. Yet see some and idea where you see. The antiquity is sad. It's sad that we, the media, have lost it completely. In the Ghana future, I say, back those days, jail. Yes, declare your source. We won't declare our source. And the media, say, you can tell media why are we doing that? Now, on my phone, voters and so media, Jumana Mamu. Mona kawasa support people who are fact checking their be diatem because as long as Nipana can submit a political party, me and descending on the person here, no. We party supporter. Or party when people talk about NDC and people now, oh Muhammad, and I'm media former set agenda. Muhammad not buying 100%. Muhammad himself can admit to you, say, not buying 100%. The same thing the Kufuor buy on one case so yeah truthful to himself. But the Kufuor will be the first thing of the catcher say, 100%. 100%. Why mistake, baby? I will protect the public purse when protecting in may fix it, Galam say, one fix it. President Kufuor on Kasa will admit to you, say there are excesses. There are excesses. But the same way, no Muhammad to bet you add too much, say, oh no, bye, there were excesses. There were excesses. Think that people say Muhammad, never catch he will do it differently. The people who lie to me and Kasa many President Muhammad, ya Kasa, a lot of things there if you are this one. Farming some, but anybody who criticize the Kufuor or your opposition, anybody who criticize Muhammad, now they are supporting MPP. How now? Now what Babets now? Nobody should criticize. How can we plan? And gullible foot soldiers, Omudi Niama Sechi, elevate Agni, Mumaya elevate Agni. So Obi criticize ya by now, Obi our taxes womb. And the management of Sikano must be, we must ensure that Sikano is being used well. Open criticizing Abayan, they have every right. But did the attempt they are wrong? Because criticizing Abayan, anything would be attempt, you must fire Abayan, but do not insult. All fact checking Abayan has absolutely nothing to do with insult. All fact checking Abayan. Me see, Trump with your fact check, Mr. President, nicely. Also, Mr. President, we have checked with the governor of Ohio. And the governor of Ohio says there are no cats being eaten. Immigrants are not eating anybody's cat. In fact, most of the immigrants are there lawfully. But first check you. No insults. Ghana and Kuwait will be fact checking about we opposition near do at them near Dini Pan near Busha for United near silence in the pan. And then a lot of the good media people I started working with. Omunye Jumano. Omunye Jumano. Yabe brache pa. Yabe bre ache. And the few media people no good no they are also joining politics. Kojo Ponkroma, Suhinemo, they are all and then Shamima, Obi are joining politics. And here you name the kind of politics you are Africa near Ghana. You know your politics by a blind support for your party. It will be up to me independent view. And Republicans be supporting a year first Kamala Harris. Because I'm for blind politics in yet. Ghana, how better say, Obi defected, our Koji Kakra no defected. How long are we going to do that? And how long a year you to now? More money, more joining. These are the blind things you are supporting. Obi Kobu said a question, and I'm penasem. It's a question. This is exactly what you said. Yeah, in fact, a friend saying a Kufuor free SHS question. Yeah, the question, so you are attacking the media people. So what should we do? We see the serious media people I know. And the man says so creative writing. Chances are man say corner beba back and pay Diane Copan said and Irene and Mentino beba. And yes, media people are leaving. Corporate, no giant human. Not any bloggers and co the good system. System not say, and it will continue to deteriorate because there are no support system. Yeah, sad. 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 Yeah, Ghana for no. Yeah, that yes, Obiaba comment and say Ghanaian supporters who say, Mammy, even genuine comment. Me ma odia mami tremunamenko. Obedi atem. Where did we learn that? Pressure beyan the way so. What gave us the authority say bibia ye atem why? Ye di atem men ye de akwa kodu ya hemfo so. Ye di ho atem and this near people. Ye di atem side de akwa kodu ya hemfo so. It's sad. I didn't waste starting a politician CB. No mu di omo ho atem. No we abeka na ye kan nyo na mo support you omo. And then a drum kolanim. And this is what our children are consuming on social media. Consuming omo nyina so ye bi. And now, social media, that is what is there. This is how we have deteriorated our society. China, and tisa, Indian point tisa, ya adultery, ye be bia. 1, 2, ye be the atom. Oh, yeah, program you cry, you'll be at 10. Oh, wait a minute, way, oh, many if you so many ways you there be also the atom. And I tell you about personal. And I want Obani, Sisiacha, Obani, and him say, Bema. What has that got to do with the issue, Debbie? But did the attempt and a pet? Ghana for the baby. Once we continue to consume content like this, your baby. Just Obia can some crown enya. What you criticize any panel issue? Focus on the issue, not the person. Focus on the message. You know, messenger no. It don't pay Mahama some crown Mahama can oh Kuko will some and now can 24 hour. Focus on issue no. And yeah, okay. What makes Mahama some no can say yeah? Focus on issue no there be. They will say, I can't Mama there, and a Mama no Mapati. What Mama no son? What has that got to do with governing Ghana? In fact, or the same Chancellor Angela Merkel, one of the best chancellors at Germany, the strongest economy at the time, Angela Merkel, not the strongest economy in Europe, Germany. Germany, you can't even live in Germany because of beer. Almost campaign, beer, bars, no restaurant. Beer bars, my cheers, no man. It's no issue. As to Ghana, Obi no musa. Is that even an issue? Me papa no musa. Ye fear near Tonsa. Ye be a career to application, Ogogro, Apio, Badambo, a bottle. But unless be market, what has that got to do with anything? What has that got to do? Unless you can prove any panel is under influence. Ghana, you are not such a South Africa for. Guinness ni star be anyone you know a bit if you Ghana over 20 brands me see 20 po jama 50 kra different brands to be no sir. What has that got to do with anything? And another year me kind 2016 nanado ba Miami bra odio MP Neil Anteva that point nanado cannot be president because he's short. What has short got to the height got to do with presidency? What has that got to focus on the issue? But Ghana for near see it no in say hunu ye beg that issue no so near for cancer hunu obi a short. What has that got to do with anything? What has that got height near the heading and I bear my 10 gram when we are buried? What has that got to do with the mandate to fix Ghana, the mandate to manage Ghana, to govern Ghana? Some paswabe basuna Ghana. What has that got to do with anything? Then you pay. And oh, we are for her. We are gonna put about me for a fetish place or no occur a year. Na heading Ghana, you different worship. Yeah, they actually a constitution freedom of worship. Into the oya abosum for yeah, career in abosum so. Ghana 1 year can move free. I saw them the Pentecost. No, I'm not saying abosum so akwa. Obi ade yin da ojo mo se me kwa busa. Ye kra na ye ko. Into ko move free ba omi a ho no so onkwa. Enka ye kra ya beta de ai na ombu traditional leaders. Me kan atamo se ba pa wo mugu nsa. Atamo so ndo ye Christo ni to mo mugu nsa. We use it against Atamos. So respect traditions be. Because tradition no one sound. Ye hwe bibi yo. Mama yenya very careful. Respect is respect. Governance is in contest. Mama yen focus on the here. Mama yen focus on the here. Obi ya de so na enya. Or your party ni kwa mon kasa nkyere no. Atem didie no aye in our politics is bad. Na Ghana for yen tisa. Back in the day yen kola na Radio Universe no more alaji. They were criticizing Rollins. Come do more no idea started Joy FM. Those days no me Smith expose. Come do more will push the questions. No insult one. Ghana didn't bend. And Nadia, ya dani be They cannot get their message across until they insult someone. Why? Politicians, no, and amu instigate this idea, no. You think that you are going to benefit. Nipa no omudi atem, you know them, you know they are your people, and you like it and you support. Ebi no me chia omu data, ebi na talk camera, computers mo muni atem. Na Ghana be shegu mu nyina muti so. Because this is the only country we have. Yen tumi nko baby ya. Yen tumi nko baby ya. Togo kranje, Nigeria kromo nye, omo kromo ba. Like we are doing this. It's not good. It's not good. Yen no money ye no money nya krabehe. Aha, jaso. You are live on OK 101.7 FM. Me friend me Vim lady. If you are not watching, me say dear Miss Ramwada, men ko hokra bio. Your friend me Vim lady. Me change my my Facebook phone person be change your mind. We are going into electoral offenses because the way Ghana kono. We need to understand the law and understand how our laws no any issues are resume. We check all those issues no. Until before baby no I branch about message or the assembly or say or say well on your phone some of the political parties were telling policy rather than looking at then minim the ocha sense ma bottles no ne impact. Let's focus on issues na make no me enya no say obi ayentie be yebi sayuba or see hey you still there US na me kru US and come going me boss say membra meba protocol say okay protocol who dey attempt to ignored Joanna Wusu no say politicians be homon crofo ni dey attempt they never stop them. But omunim so mon crop no any AD atem no so ka wona ma ateni no aba be fashionable no e na yera akwesi sapon so the message no so ascend about say well ebi mo hon ma politicians no mo so nye steady no mo so mo fuele niema na ekofa ntokwa eba no nana ya Peterson say good job if ya asem na waka no ye nyina ye respect your traditional leadership no omo ho ansa na political leaders no eba e na Sharif Suleiman say yes okay Sharif so also the attempt to ignored Alex or sister if you are more fire yen kano kra ebeboa o my Ghana no my Ghana no afan to my pefra piaga say Ghana is the most peaceful country in Africa enti obia betimi akọ akosua ade na waba say okay Oliver Becker Vama woni ade no munye steady well Oliver mo so some a peaceful a demonstration which is also a right guaranteed in the constitution scammer say go and listen to okay we see unko tie nkofo bi ne omudi atem ne ade you di atem and now I'm going to be very intentional. I will not repeat the insults. I'm going to be very very intentional because anyesa Ghana no baby e keka ko ne Abeku Wilson say if we are not serious at all as a nation, the media is the worst institution now. And what Ghana had them, they failed beyond expectation. Or see, they are all taking influence from politicians. Until we change our attitude, any behavior now as a country, we are not going to go anywhere. On also what for Stephen London was a good show if you and honorable Ahariga Francis or Sikosis upon you. Ghana the yen and then yen forget it. Suleiman say yen forget kind of military yen forget military coup no yen or mine or mine and find it to my pa infra I go upon the ordinary I go see one party so but they are from all political parties seriously they are from all political parties one group but yen careful say you best stop it political party political leadership no so duty say mon crop only be diatema you must call them to order why it's why you money. They have some of the parties, especially NDC and NPP, and you are not stopping them. It is we are victims of the insults. They also fight back. So what because in Toyota Ponchenia or the war, it's between NDC and NPP, you are the biggest culprit. You must stop this. And yet, Bernard Martin also wisdom is speaking. If you're sure all the way from Italy, Milan, and honorable Harigama can't wait the Abdul say the youth are lazy. And they want quick money. Into you organize BBA now, the Omobasa skills, trade be a bebo, Debbie. Omodi answer Moncotina social media, and they be more attacking government. Well, I know you have a point because the Tiana German organization, GIZ, watch them, youth training, training for a forklift operation, makeup me, I don't want some tools at the Koyajima, and for crunch at Uncle. Mama, you're careful though. Yeah, the honesty I saw camera, they be approach your being compared you, my mobiao. Abroche McDonald's me baba akoye McDonald's one abekwa akopɛ McDonald's ne amato ye betu out $12 a day omo no betu out $12 day you obi na bepa adwuma ama ya say e bone dodo and the politicians like to treat us like that. What you say? Because the more they treat us, the more we are gullible. We worship politicians more than Yankopompo. Because compare you mama what say wonyame on no feed you. Mama you said you approach you beyond pay you one now the obetro resume on Indeed on just.com and zip recruit on one hour pay juma. Nobody will get a job for you. And then teacher near I buy him pay I buy him post here. Doctor I buy him post here. Nurse near I buy him post here. Approach you say nurses for me the one you go post no. Politicians some kind of crap because no person who post to. Now they are here onyam into post to and not just auto abama forever. Into your nurse na NDC post to I bet to abama NDC forever. We are nurse na MPP post to I bet to abama MPP. Why are we doing that? Meanwhile, sikani edit you can every NDC bottom na every MPP bottom. And your national resources. National resources. Oh, hey, lack of knowledge. Oh, you better perish yache. Yakubu Isa say keep on saying the truth. Allah and be protect you if you because I know I'll see you to me near bois. Say if your political system ne hard journey wo Ghana no. Say answer some political system ne yanko baby. I bet another crowd no see if you are more fire pan and meet you. Only kwa question no see hey if you are talking about then medal yellow red okay I don't know what you're talking about about and I say if you Ghana constitution the Ebola constitution it must be changed say the okase o professor no ekano Joseph we used to say Rollins this our constitution we my ewie na adwuma ye we say asesa no na yakọ back na amendment now by at most must start here yes I yira Kojo Asempa Furniture Works. In fact, this program is amazing from Kojo Asempa Furniture Works. Also, we're doing Kojo. Good evening, what? Salute you, pa. Emmanuel Tom says chiefs can't become powerful more than their president. Obianka say chiefs are more than powerful, but chiefs have a role. Chiefs ni role na ya give from something here, breno. Ni adani chiefs no endorsement kings. Anyway, Mahama Court or anyway I endorse no. Ne Japan. Baumia Court or anyway I endorse no. Is that what we want our chiefs to do? They are not puppets. Our chiefs cannot be reduced to anybody's puppets. So amunya endorsements, Emma candidates. The chiefs cannot continue to do that. Ye chiefs, when we have this year near him for, when we have this year near teacher for, they come before our political leadership. They are done your chiefs into more than endorsement campaigns. So you do about to know my endorsement, no more GB8. How? Because you are GBBF for your information. A GBPF for your information. Uncle Kebi, or see the most of our chiefs are useless. They are not chiefless. We have made them useless. It was very intentional by Kosi Broni. I know him so I dip power in every and can you then ensure Anya saw to cry to I was a president Nebema approval and Kasongo Adani issue and can him for Nankasan edit thought name a contractor someone to a issue. But this is what we have done, and that is why area be a man as well be an antoquesi because the people feel cheated. On one side, and it is a cordial license or how is serious? It's a damn foi. They be a more come to Kwase Songo. This is a mat license for Macra. How? And they are completely eliminated from the resources. Songo idea from time and coffee while you buy so better salt up to today. We have you just say why? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? We must go back. Yeah, just say a bebre pa. I mean, your council where you know a year. Now you back to your council member. Good evening, Aquaba. We light near dark there, so we are not seeing your face in Tibia Center. We bet me increase light in the Kakrama. Okay, Mamisha. And Christy light in Kakrama and not a enemy. Just a question, man, or sheriff. Leave this page. I had a end the attempt to what Bahana to be the attempt. If you are in free, some part I had a end the attempt. What you are saying, I make us on you a big crack, China, the non-Yadia. What do you want to share with you? But insult there, and I know the only a mini ban and I have briefly. And now, what to say Italian money box. Now I had ding. Not I had ding. If you have some wine pan or so a bass, or coin and coupons and Yakupo design, and can you ever cast and Yakupo? Yeah, you, sis, just adding. Now, so anybody be won't be a sin to be an or say the it's so bad. Ye jang as some no issue not to walk near the Nipano and a air to pay. And an anina chacha, and an honey fe, and an enima. It's in a maybe not me monkey over. Maybe at them again. Be any word we can't. Why are we doing that to ourselves? Why? Ni ye bullying kofo into silence. Say do atema and we je adwuma no. Ye do atema and wa can why ye di. Inti ade akwa for all taxpayers resources. What you tax ni bi. Ade akwa for Ghana tax wa obeka bi no. Onka bi. Go na me koken. Me see ye media for if you have worked in the media as long as I have. There are so many to be kotena lego. Me penkofo Muhammad ba keke professor was me ba mo nkofo mu di atem. Dr. Donfe, the reason why Dr. Donfe na so your radio program, Dr. Donfe ba no be channel nkole small boys no mu dinner temps are. Why? Obi akotena ni school, we sua na de. Or kire wo say research or say na kire, na say there be research is fake. No dinner tem. What if research no want to say why are you even insulting the person? What has the insult got to do with research na nipa na yen? Me wo classroom na nipa na tena e won't na hobby. Research no, yeah, the data not collecting, and you have not collected the data. You are not privy to what the person is privy to. But no one is obeying at them. And in conform me and Yansafoni him before come be boy. Ya pam woman in every politics. Ya pam woman in every politics. And I can in some class of one on you. I gonna a bebre. Abroches on Tessa, and him before him, penny phony invent. They are all in the system inventing and checking the things. And Trump and Trump, President Trump. Or no vice president, Mike Pence, also unsupported president. Why? Because this is President Trump and he tried to topple American Constitution. And for that matter, also unsupported. Ghana, why? Your politicians, you are move white pan of it. Mahama, I idea, another idea means support on the basis of principle. There be ni party for na crabby at them. Ni party for na casa ombedi at them. So it's sad. It's sad. Council bet me the canny animal maba when ahead of you instead of watching. A bet me about be see anymore. No brighting when my night. Because we are a branch about in fact tribalism a kum Ghana. Ya and sheni ya a be kum Ghana, baby a tribalism okono, a be kum Ghana. Ya want him for otu for a chimney. The chimney. And crying Osumanche, Oko school, Okumase. Just say we are a nation that we must be careful what we are doing to Ghana. We must just be very careful. Steven to follow to protocol senior insult the more bien respect here. Obi can some now there on Tiasia. He can again channel minus insult. What you say? The Kikawa minus insult. So just see insult if you're Nakawasem. So he insult if you're Nakawasem. Eti eno na yaka wasem tabi say ebimu politicians ebimu atuan krofoka so omundi atem, and these are the people who consistently omotu omoniati traditional leaders ni bi so ena omudi omatem sa said about traditional leaders no enkasa bim because omfo so mbe endorse obi Kofi Enox bim de Monica Victor McCarthy say if you thank you power for the wisdom ne ende asema wo ye yen kan say ya because ye nya education ebeboa mo man no agi ne nan esi ye nya sa ba bia ka ko ne de a very dangerous issue a enshada emboa yen wo kwan bia so Onukpa Kwesi Osievia have you noticed that the new craze in Ghana says so many bloggers adwumani want to be at say YouTube reach ya no everybody is on YouTube and obia for say odidi atama na obenya views until everybody is insulting na Ghana was here starting to say Dubai any content bia na obetimi create in Dubai. In fact video call you cannot do it in Dubai, they'll plug you out. We must start doing that. Say anya Ghana what do you hear? A bear kakana pon kran for acting. And I started TikTok, I must start it. Twitter and TikTok, I must start it here. And we'll see yet we must be intentional. We must be intentional. I want you maybe home. Your data loss near the near say minus irrespective of free. I mean, come of a First Amendment or free speech. But free speech, it's not protected. Ukoyi adia obscene. It's not protected. Ghana de puto trio gumun ye jani nyira gum. Obi to me bet na Twitter na TikTok no awon ho na aka na hwene. Na Ghana content o. Ghana content free Ghana nyira either say ya wo ye ho ana ye didi atem. Inse hunu kro boom. You cannot do that in Dubai. Ni ehun say when the Dubai for ewiase ko nanim nyina Dubai for they've still protected their culture, their sanity. For getting a born no cat more than your mother side, name to me from father side. Ghana, the more than a Ghana, no, ye di obia more the obia or new chrome near the Abu Ghana. Yes, sir, mine. We don't even have the Minister of Communication. This is your work. When there wasn't come check content ben ever Ghana. Content ben a Ghana for credit. You must be intentional. Where's be on my neck TikTok? Where's be on my use to TikTok will flag your account. And when I'm drop a video, no. Ghana must do the same thing. Some content nudity, show near blocking. Ye jai be Ministry of Communication, Mada Munyane, a mother. If you are sleeping, wake up. Data protection for Mada Munyane. And near money free your content never Google and massive. China for content, near innovation, creating, BB every day they are creating things. America for content, they are creating almost so much attempt be near day. But at least to a large extent, you can see people producing things. They began at it. They see YouTube no be blogging, be asked one who no, they are not even adding any value. They are not even differentiating it. As I'm chrono is talk of a video, chrono is talk of a how. GIJ, NMC, you try your training before new bloggers your mobile. We must start doing it. What person you're blogging? Be a GIJ won't create the course. Say a 3 months, 6 months course, but brother course maybe at least have the basics. Know the media laws, and these are the basic laws. Also, and some work also camera, but you need no verification, nothing. You know, put off your gum. Council, Mammy Sam Brown, so near Council Aban. Also, the camera no light now watching so hard and say, I don't know, say no better me off now when you because and also it's covering your face completely. Yeah, here electoral offenses on demonstration. On my demonstration here, I got your money again, and we are going to go into it. Now, as politicians say, oh, Hannah, Ghana politician, we are very sly, we are very sly, and I was here count myself. So I think it's perfect now. In the council, my mama, I quite about Calba and say, Mammy,
This side.
Good, fantastic. Ma, good evening, Aquaba.
If you are
Good. You're super, and that's so for your time because you know you're very, very busy, you know. Yeah, that's for your time. They said they will and then per se electoral offenses, no those issues, no. And a demonstration, no my actual mono. But maybe a quick one on this whole traditional leaders ni issues here, by a attack at the moment. What do you think about it? Because himself also, if you go more, I saw one year go more.
Mimi fi adwuma kon afia.
Adwuma kon enya na sia ma na se besiate.
Me fi adwuma kon amia.
Adwuma kon amia okay, ho de minim ho. Minim adwuma kon enya na sia na adwuma kon besiase ne ade.
Besiase na me started my secondary school. It's a walk away from my hometown.
Oh, okay. Anya wo no minim ho. Anya minim ho. What do you think? Ya here for ne and nananom ne ade to say they become a subject of attack. Omo also one some of the children says one will be no way cut here. What do you think? In fact, how do we protect him for no so that they can occupy sa baby or so much now?
If you me that say, me feel say young culture muno. Young culture, Ghana for culture na bibi for culture na kasa no. Openi bia na osin ho no. Eni say o kase tia no. So your hinio or your hinkwa or your hion. Once or your penimu sin no young culture muno and your boo say okasetiano, especially say unya to me now okase if I redu so and I'm say what's the man what can quite chilling no and this okasa ebitia obi ye Ghana hand ya wan for be Ghana obiani the way ya womo som ma hen for fa any obiani the way ya omapeja omahemfo akudu enti no eye nya ya kasa wo radio so no asade say ye kasa ye ntu ye nsi onipa baako bi ho na ya kasa ntia no enti eno no kakra bi amaka na meda asoso but your constitution no na me feel say nwom draft constitution no but aya nam so a wo amfa ahemfo no amba forefront ne say ahemfo no eye nipa omo hwe nipa dodo so to atiase nti constitution was deliberate say wanfa ahemfo ambeka the main front politicians to atiase ayesa na so hin we ba wonchinya na uyi wanim say wo ya ndisi ni a wo be say no otuma akọ na atra na otu no fo a ono ye npp ni to atiase enti enoma bi a omo so mo dwen ho no enam santi na omanfa ahemfo no anwura politics mu ama bibisi a omatumi akọ ahemfo no na ahemfo no atu omufo so ati ase enti no ahemfo no enye nipa bi a also omdu omwura politics mu the way a ubohu se ogina aban we so the way a ebi kwa mu ye ni such a way say ye public gathering po na say ohini bi a ana say president bi a on pesa ohina asem no o chan ko asemi nchiaw me wa mu ohini so acha say usu nchia no but on no your president enti say usu nchia ni na say wan fa mpuntu bi ama ukomu a just because say unni na ban munti no usu nchia no yes ana ye ma mpuntu no enko anim because constitution no no do of constitution omnim yansa afia omnim yansa enti your constitution no edi 30 years aboyen wo kwan bi so say ye feel say e kwan bi so no enya yantu yena yantrase nyen change na enye wo mu but aboyen up to now no constitution aboyen constitution no
it don't support the idea anytime for no active politics
they shouldn't they shouldn't be active politicians but the fact is say we say members be ewo ahemfo bi ewo ekro bi so a ana say wo empeso bi so a also omutu a omunya omotafa ne de ene no me support to ati say bi a say omu discover sisi ana nchene o ma discover wada da to nchene de also omu to develop that area no na enipa omu wo sa area no omunya adwuma ye adan na omu to nchene wo wukom ada also wo bank asa wo pa adwuma adan ni ye ni university wo ho a botuma le fa ne sa nchene no emamu na omu wo no mbosua nchene wo adwuma ewa omu wie pa na omu akonya adwuma wo ho na omu ye so I say those are the things I'm telling you. Libya, I had a classmate when I was in Bradford School of Management. You school Thursday, Tuesday. You was a manager in oil refinery in what do you call this place?
Libya.
Me say, your school Thursday, Friday you call management board. Tuesday, no, your manager with Libya because almost you know, developing in such a way say. In fact, the guy came on a scholarship.
Wow, because the man manager music has 7 years.
That was the nature of the Amambua and Gaddafi Obu until 2012, 2011, 2012. US and France, because he was using the oil. They had more houses than human beings. So I said, wow. They were using the oil money. They had more houses than human beings. You can go to a shop and buy food and go and eat, and the government will pay. Anybody can check. Anybody can, because they were using the oil resources for everybody, but not in Ghana, not in Nigeria. What is the reason? Why should that happen? Because we don't invest in the places now. Just extract that resources.
It is also the all cancer supporters are him for no join. Do you think that I him for no? Yeah, the management of mineral resources, say be a gold, bauxite, oil here, oil like in your water region. Almost all the other regions, Western region, oil into water region. Yeah, the can we manage the resources better?
I need them to I didn't know obi no so no walk to the padia and paconti only moshi. This matter no, I don't know to forka. So beautiful man as so our lances from Accra. Now back about two or be a good deal one no chrome na so just because you have a lances from Accra. That should change. That should change. They should know, say, how much are you taking to Accra and how much are you leaving to us in this village so that we can use it to develop this village. See, I know say baby garam say no mu two way na and who will be taking care of them? Who will be taking care of them? See, I know mu two sagaram say no ne illegal mining now, amafunye kidney problems in it, who will be taking care of them? And you know, I agree, sir. If, in fact, not if, the chiefs should be involved in the extraction of resources on their land. That should be done. That should be part of it. You cannot just go to somebody's land, take whatever is there, you take it to Accra, then you come and develop Accra and leave them in abject poverty. They don't come back to Accra, and Accra will be congested. Accra will be congested. And you know, I know, sir, that there are some percentages are equal all these places, but the way ya on people, on people, no, all say komutua omuja bi ho ba omunja. That's the truth. Omunja. Enti anu no mo so mo hwe no mo di sa embra no so na embra ni ye adwuma no to develop those places are you structure your minerals ne other natural resources no you almost to invest in those places so that the youth in those places will not come to Accra looking for work.
Exactly.
So I said, exactly.
So, I like the idea now. Can I say no bet me am at least equita because the amagal I'm saying no so sorry kesi and say because you the sikane bedu Accra na ka consolidated mu na ye dija ya development to Accra East Legon me kai East Legon minim sa road ni din say council kai sa road na ofa East Legon na o ko I mean enya Obasanjo road no crowd jewlu Lagos Avenue Lagos Avenue na anya Lagos Avenue ba ko na Lagos Avenue echi no asphalt wo dada o no masa be ya asphalt ato ho e de ko fa motorway no ho no e ko twasa ko echi ho no nti obi ho no ya betu gold wo ni chrome ya betu oil wo ni chrome to say the water region council we in article e water region dey na say the aba be asphalt overlay wo East Legon no onye adwuma nya na come na definitely nipa no okuta chamfan or the back akoya galam say so we must all find a way of setting a council can ye be boa na mante ne mabawa na come diomo no ye benye adwuma ni bia ma na ko ba bia you see but say wo cheche o mine resources na ebi mo anya bi definitely nobody will be happy about it. I was saying in the Ghana constitution there must be equitable distribution of the resources and you won't change and anya didija say didija no so counting and mante ni nyina do omo ka your friend saying galamsey no hono because I mean you just have to survive. And how do you survive? So what I say, how do you survive? Ike man say if you catch a lawyer bansa or matri no fantin bremo kakra no brofono doors do because we want to understand because I find here demonstrations electoral offenses no huniama na we ya becho. It's 70 something days, I think 74 days to elections. One day politicians no more brodo ni chiso 75 days to elections. Obekwa ko e electoral offenses o ko snatch ballot box. Which is our demonstration terms and conditions. Bloggers be so bloggers they are encouraging you you must charge on parliament. You must charge on parliament. I don't tell you better as a police for recruiting fake police into police service. You have not even verified. Also, come and Ghana police. Yes, some more fun for Kumasi. Even he asks a question. Without even verifying, Kenya Botre, a one IDP, a choice, but boy, him too. Yache, no one's a politician be a coordinator, nobody will follow him. And nobody will follow him rightfully because Sabi, what be your coins? Now, no, be cats and a democracy will be what's the any papa across as I'm now buatan. That's what the Bible says in Proverbs. And so, what say, some no verification or cotton now I saw camera. And IGP, and I'm recruiting fake police, and our IGP the Echoa. Yachino Busabanti Yachino, politician Ben Akonya also signed bail. He's still being on remand. Yeah, remanding this is the second time he's on remand. This is the second time he is on remand. So what I say, and for what? Because when you call us, what thing as some Busa more, some pass police more, yes, say more recruiting, and more recruiting. Busawo MP, Busawo Assembly, Busawo Assemblyman post and party for. Nobody takes anything on our camera. We are repeating the same in Sewuno, and they achieve way the same politicians. Omun demo or remando. If remove background or much 1,000 Ghana cedis, it doesn't change the fact that what could them. The crowd of Tony Palantum de Begu. So we are quite election when we must be very careful. Maybe that's not a elections. We are better to we are not conformia quack do a more or Marco Jaro or more moment Dibonia Momania said, I mean, I do a Marco tomorrow. You can be after Marco. People are attacking Obia and do she cry. Wakoso camera. What verification did you do? Ning now electoral offenses. Monquaja ballot box. Mudu on man away out to Abanoya under 8. Now, a party supporter, yet then I won't stop you from voting. That is not your power. Because polling station biano able to be able to know. There are a friend saying party agent or the rules of elections, such as a party agent for no, they are supposed to check. They be they won't check it. Udu wana champion. Ye gidi do na akwa tia obi say e man nto aba no. Na ye chew now the ukotuma. Happen the same people mine political witch hunting. Which political witch hunting? Who na wakwa Mama ye nyina ye careful. This election no. In Crawford papa no no mama me no approach obi anytime. Do not let don't even make yourself one of the statistics. Don't make yourself one of the statistics. Don't ask come baby and IGPF. This is a threat of death. Any offense back home. Threat death, general threat. Threat of death. Threat of injury. Threat of harm. One threat you be as IGP. You be boy him too. You show no ILM. Before and after. Say we no more. Say a day. People are just high under the influence. Now politicians piano no name go abroche ko school. Politicians farmer go abroche ko school. Ghana cry GIS no mo komu $2. Owie ya ono SHS no kwa wo tro ne background tro bi otro SAT. Owie ya American school pa ne afa no. Now de o tianwem na yesi kona koso camera na didi atem. Kona koso we. Kona koye we, kona koye we na mo ye gumu ne ye. Ehiafo ma no so ne ye saa. Ehiafo ma no. O ma me abra tombo de de wako school. Na boso om crash kan wa sande wako school. Na wako gina camera ko di atem. It's sad. It's sad. Sikeni be bie ni wo de hwe skafo ma no. Dr. Wudu for ne ma nyina ye akrachefo. Omu nyina fa kutom PhD. Mahama me obi eni won ma eni pafun wom. Omu nyina ye akrachefo. Akufo adomai omu nyina ye rabafo. Yen kwa hiafo ne de sebio se yen ya adwen wo fom. Yen kokon tokwa ye ne edim. Yen kono apionia pedokunu bi nka ho. Politicians ko mo nom sa amu ban. Oh, then ye ni beti no ho. Yes sebi kwa tie ni ti ana agro na gu. Mama ye ni ntina politician na agro ngu. They are using us. Business partners. Business partners. It's sad. It's sad what we are doing to ourselves. But mommy reading more messages in me now. Men call council and you know phone and a laptop and they do me. They back on the back. Now I say I have met a lot of kids from politicians. My here in the States. Yes, US. And I say I cannot. America school fees and yes, school fees ketwa. From NYU to friends or more Columbia, Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Kennedy Japoma, Princeton, Yale, Harvard. School fees are 86,000, no mutia, 50,000, no mutia, 40-something thousand. Politicians in ma. Me no me no near colleague no cry. Ya offer no more Bob so ya so. Yen I do sabi any ekojimi. Yen ye kokun ye koje ballot box. Una wo ko stop you be say nipa ni under 8. Now na no. That is why the party agents are there. Electoral system na in such a way that party beer or what ballot box so our contest election. Their agents are supposed to be at the polling station to check these things. But what would you not say no? Una wo akofo bie. Na ya sure bi asomwe na nafuna hono. Ni abobi na utina ye broom no wan wu kra uni mental problem obenya for what? Because won kobi wo kra obabi no let my vote count ye boboy bi America na ni wawu kobusa na yere ne ma where they are and who is looking after them. Mama fa ho adwene o mama ye ni nte na politicians na grongu omo nyina omo ye business NDC and MPP me say me kira o business here business partners omo ye business abom and this new MPP, or my business, ya bo mama worry or mo. They are building mansions, building businesses. And I said, you would say, you bro, Jimmy. And I answer, yeah, allow you because we never want to learn. Read the idea craft tradition, crowd soon read it. Would you obey you much? It's sad. It's sad. Joshua said, but you see, our leaders are not serious. let the they are not serious. Let's throw them into the bush. Well, we won't throw any leader into the bush because we won't person about only be the young people. No more now. What's some joining politics? And unfortunately, more young people. Muni na mo joining politics. Amo di aya atendie. Muni na mo di aya atendie. Now I see USC, University of South Carolina. We who politicians be and UCLA. Ombebre mutua dollars akese fellas had also controversial issues trend faster than real issues. The mindset of Ghanaians needs to change. The mass education is very needed because they will never involve their families in those foolish acts. It's true. Ghana say hunu trendy Chinese asem. Udi young kase Ghana ye share taxes ayetua over the years. Yeah, man trendy. Yen share the cost of living. And then a ballot position a party for all ballot papers so and trendy. 1 year body saying planting for food and jobs. Who how much I could body cocoa and what's a falling. When we are doing planting for food and jobs, you major cash crop and your cocoa. I know mommy and to me and do 1 million metric tons so but you're planting for food and jobs. We these are questions. I then a cocoa and planting for food and jobs. So yeah, and any pontify bokina. These are critical issues, but okay, no obedient. Me we are quite obi we are called the draw so abra kokoye video back to me trend this say hunu ne yepe. Yeso ne ye country ana yetimu no. Yeso ene ye country ene yetimu no. Yanse say so be bebra che. Council mama say am wakọ ababe we you take so sorry. You were raising some issues say all support him for nimrem because that will at least ebeboa.
If you and sanity say ahemfo no are involved with the licensing of with the licensing of the extraction of minerals in their community. Ebeboa. So I say at least you know omo nya say omunya ewo ho. Ombeboa omukro mine no. So I say and you know say omo ntumi kekasa one kind. No mama lances hin na ukotu ejapade wa nasa se no ni mo hwe. So eno eba ne sa na emwa. And if you so no whatever percentage or say for development in that particular area, so no, it has to go. The common funds now say kono. I say to me ko. Na ade say no so. I say to me yeah. So I said we have national policies and no benefit to be what it's fine. But so omutu oil ewo mikrom. Na say road no omu car no ba fa so. No omutu oil no kono road near bad. Then what profit does it get for me as an individual? Ombotu oil no fi mikrom. It doesn't make sense. So I say obotu diamond. Na road now fa so obotu diamond no me meeting from a car and fa so a. And that profit na me fi this
exactly.
So I say obotu diamond. Now what the call? Now said that there are no schools in the vicinity to train the children in that vicinity know how to mine the diamond. Then what profit is it for those people? So I'm quite say, and you know, we have to look into those things very well. Do
you support that suggestion? Maybe there was a suggestion saying that oil on the Benya said they make a Seketa basin, yenya oil pan and 10%. You find water raging projects.
It should be more than 10%. It should be more than 10% of year. I don't know over for a Japadia. I want me myself so. Now we for 90%. No, we jam 10%. Must me command no. Me command who is a minka. Now me myself so. As you see, I know over fast. I don't know. Look at the way you almost destroy the farming lands in those mining areas. The farmlands now what now omudia ekutu waso omudia ambrobe waso omudia banchi waso no omuntum dia so no many bi now they have to buy those things from the south and you know wo ba fasa do man no kono onu no hwe se onye sika on fantum adiba no ondi no obeye den so it should be even with more than 10%.
Okay,
it should be not, the thing is that if they develop those areas now, you have extracted resources from now. The people there will not even think of coming to the city. The people there will not even think of coming to the city because they will have enough to do wherever they are.
Exactly.
So they will have enough to do there. What you say, and Kuma Nim Yansa, and now OC school for mines, mining area. On the Yansa, and almost say school more, so that the people there will learn how to mine. No, we are here for no uncle, yes, I'm man in a Jumano. So I said, here for some man in a Jumano, and you know, we have to look into those things again. For there are places that war, AC, Uko, Nigeria say now, oh, what's I know, Mrs. Pap na pie. Pap no pie on that basis because baby, oh, you're not for no, here for don't so pam no more. So I said, I didn't offer resources. If you me come now, na me yo hiani. I never been it. Only penny
Edidija any yecha enso obi aso na kan ho na magalamse na escalate no.
Me na make tell afia imagine say baby omu two mines no. There are good schools there. Free education there. Ememu no mu fimu no. Omu vie university a omu nya mining adwuma mo ye. Do you think they will go and do illegal mining? Only few people will be doing that. Imagine say there are good private schools and that's a government schools are. Omu to me film from Kasuan ko university. Omu vie omu nya mining adwuma ya. They will not even think of going to do illegal mining. Omu do omu life but so even though need their people me want pesca. Me ni man in adwuma. Misra dia o to kosa o de bam say me go yakra me ntumi ye me fantini misra dia me dey answer book sina me no ka say sa na me tuma ye o de me kosa me ko mani a ehun ntimi ntumi mine but there are people a omo tumi aye mo akwanja mo ekwan omo fanko school omo nya hu nimdie na omo man na omo tron bebi omo te because resources no yakopɔ nim yansa na ɔde kɔma omo ho
yeah
yakopɔ nim
and
yansa
I agree with you, but do you think there constitutional amendment okay so at most time no yes so be constitutional amendment is this something that constitutional amendment can help fix?
Of course I that did the constitution to me yet afia constitution to me bibia say the shame say baby you to resources bibia no 20% should be kept there. You have to I didn't say when we say constitution amendment me as a lawyer no what I think in say sometimes no enya nyase constitution ni mu no but enipo na ye use constitution no enya no so na ye problem to I say enya na ye problem o adanti na ba bia ba so a we should our opposition na obaka so we have to amend as Gasha we have to amend but so mo ba so a kokwasa na ATS aso no mko
exactly
kokwasa adanti na JDM no ne boss a ordinary dia no or set up committee to review the constitution about one to us. Only 4 years year, she said no promise about to us. That's how it is. So I said, so one was what? On my case, opposition, I say, say, power no, a young da. Uncle Sahu, 8 years a baby was no co. Or could do opposition or say me by my year on yet.
Because we don't need political ones on best constitution, no.
Omu ni support because constitution no more power. Constitution no more power. Power na yo mo de. Eto mi an kodu wa, ayo mo ya so mba yi dia che. President no appointed assemblyman. You will be asking sir why? President appointed assemblyman.
Government appointed boy grab by na. Just say sir.
So I say anti no power no ye de. Your constitution no 1992 constitution no your major warrants person but now so obenya the powers now or as a head of state no obenya na ka 8 years ni so a na ka wakona sumdwaba but it has helped us for all these 30 years good also you to transi ni aka say you change the constitution no na emboa development because that constitution no was done to just help with the political stability. Young political stability. Young mandi maybe woman. Why do you have to appoint MDCs? Why? Why do you have to appoint MDCs? Why do you have to appoint district chief executive? All these people should be elected because you can see there are some places that never need that. But or more people at the council than the conservatives are winning power now. So I say, and you know, there's a way we have to go to help with, because young constitution where they my develop that if you make catch out.
Wow.
8 years, if you 6 years and NPP fewer. Another party is coming to reset everything for another 8 years. Another person will come to reset it for another 8 years. Do you think, sir, we can develop with this 8 years? I'm telling you, sir, you develop it. You to me, one party, 16 years, some international. Now, on financial, no man, on ma and consolidate. That be, we cannot.
If you don't say, where Bano, I say, where the anyway, so Bano, I will do the way I say,
no one said now, but some say, baby. One said now, but some say, no, so about. No, you Broxy, one more con say, oh, you're 30, remember my 50. Should that be a problem? Should that be a problem? Should that be a problem? Say, one more year a UK election campaign. No, what you say? One more can say conservative a constructive road into a mobile review. Normal share contractors na normal so. And yes, but no. You sue autocratic in a developing year for many years. This is no changing government every day.
Okay.
Changing government every day because they have put systems in place that so when you acquire the system will work. Psychologically, me, I voted in the UK 2010 election. I voted. Obakono, Obiabakisa me bobiano on time with that. Obako nipo bako pet not say ballot by form. Onibako po. Only people are coupé no tell.
The ballot box needs any no.
If you it will never occur to you.
What
you say? Oh, aquatam ballot box. Now you know what they call their motivation. They didn't know. Everybody dreams about me. I voted in 2010. I voted for Labour, and they lost. My catch said, "Baby, I'm voting. I was in Newcastle. Me ko ya no nipa ba ko pa na ate ho ena bosses ni si ho ena wodi botum na waso na wako enu ano no wonko hu se nipa bi agada ho for what reason that na babo adwumi se woko wia ma A or B or C e mo adwumi sa
enti ye de na ya nkofo snatch ballot because what can say offending na ye bone a ye betimi acho te say young man ya na make us okoye video na IDP ye bebo ye mtuo threatening pure threat.
Oma ko petrol, oma nya ne hwi.
Oma remande no, oma chena remande no.
Obi say no, o say nko mo bon dede no obi ahu say, ukodi sankwasam na sa de no som de yew. Twati ase. Enya say enipa ni boni on. Enipa di boni. But systems a wo a e check enipa ni ti no, adenti na obibini. Unya ko dura na bontin so pe no wa change. Wo de da, so da na pa say, wo Ghana, wo time open na ukọ adwuma. No, sorry, now you're late to work. You'll be the only black person while you're late. Next time, no, one more question, you'll be the first to get there. Because we want to put this system in place. What the Ubas back 8:30? What the sorry, like I said, who could do 8:30? Uber do no bus driver no, or who's our cost will done with 2 cop. Uber Gina slow no for another 30 minutes and send another bus. Echina no bi no baka cho say duo mu ansa na bus driver na ba you no baka cho you conform because there are system in place to force you to conform how system ya sa so
what is stopping us from creating such system ni bi
ya laws na ebu enforcement of the law and then ya duma enforcement we don't enforce our laws. Me and I'm saying me pe brabu jinti no me ka me twa me road worthy you come from the MOT me twa me insurance me twa aka de ba ko road worthy insurance and something and
so ni adina
unya stop me pe na business officer me mo bibi na photo nso na wo check me normal unya ka say oh aba mi jiremu a mama 20 Ghana na me ko ba unya kasa o check him no ma me bibi aba ma me wi na me wotu me car because I can't even drive my car mini insurance because baby me try yan no won tumi tu car nfi wo fie won fancy aban wo bi so a won insurance Twice I say, I didn't think you implement and rush. There are laws there. Twice I say, but you implement it.
I just say in terms of say voting, to say there are people who go to vote a polling station or on your registered voter. Obi one or two about another area. No about baby for no do be card about. It is because of lack of enforcement. It's
an offense.
Or baby tutu. Yeah, because they do about what NTC for an electoral commission and boy and radio stations they pa. Almost said that fire advert near body row who got to double registration. Say, so yes, sign why?
If you so at 29 now, that offense is in our room.
Okay. Oh, yeah, criminal act.
Yes. At 29 from section 256 corner. These offenses they are there. Won't mean fa obi na D card. No pretend we are some pacono so vote. It's an offense. You can be arrested. I don't know nipa who was junior copa balls and sasso. What for be ni voters ID card and ya would ya. So what do you vote will be papa so president now won't question one. I mean, I don't understand people. I don't understand people. One book I say, one register Gino, one copy. What was son will be back at you say, or will be a woo, and see Gina D card never could vote mano. And I was actually crack. What was said, who could vote will be? It's an impersonation. What will call them almost not finding. So I say, and I also walk up registration center. Who call you intimidation? Who intimidating conform war? Who intimidating conform war? And year 257. Who intimidating conform? Who the who question mumu? It's an offense. So I say it's an offense. You know, say me catch you no. Ghana no. Yam brother Dawson. And do now. Who catch me say when the yabaya no. Na me say mami sua ho bibi. Na me hu. And now we am brother ni mu. Afia we am brother ni mu.
It's even first and foremost political parties. Do you ojiri so much la won for because I we was full soldiers in there. But full soldiers so na yata anyama we.
Afia up vote. When you say parliament one obi to me the one vote or the parliament. Obi the Sam George oba one 7 vote on the buy. And you no akwan bi on be for some bo win no politicians they are ready. And it's who working go from excuse me to say you. Na so ba no be ma 50 Ghana. Na o ma wo obi owawu na di ka say fa na fa kọ. Na so wo wan dwen wo ho, wan dwen abusa ho, wan dwen o ma ho, wan dwen da che ho. Na wo fa sa card no. Na wo di ko gina ho na o ma chewa. Eya wo because there are so many na wo ka what do you call it demonstration wasem.
Demonstration.
Me busu afo bia nko demonstration da. Me nko bi da afia me kase makobi da me dada because we nim na okono mbo wani a wo ba bede fie nti me nko bi da me nko bi me nim be omo ya no
we have a right to demonstrate though.
You can go and demonstrate and the aban mo bia kwan na emom no emra wo ho unko demonstrate na unko say abanja pade aban ka si ho ki hwemu na wo akasa me mate wako to key no na wo di Dominica.
Your mate
Now, how does that got to do with the demonstration you are doing? You just want publicity. Who your demonstration prepare for fair a person food machi, who should be nifa, and walk to a key, no the Dominica, just to provoke people. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? So you know, Ghana Nakasa. It's an offense. Why do you do that? If you it's a part of the demonstration. Going to remove a key from the police car as a part of the demonstration. You are going to present your grievances to authorities. And that is all what you are doing. You have the right to demonstrate. You have the right to be protected while you are demonstrating. And the police are doing that. Nakano mutim na omdiya sano uwabo to key no. Na wako to chene. Afia aya. Aya.
Nothing why do you think he will do that?
Or you Cambridge student. And on your packet on him no ya. Try say on him no ya. And you know, yes, sir. What on him say? I don't know, and yet one person by oh, Baba demonstration. Almost say, man, you whatever you are doing it, that is fine. Almost case you are a person who almost percent. So being popular, almost fan on hospital. Now, who can say who organizes Hano, what could two mukaki? Now, what the call? Now, Maka say, Ghana police, ye MPP4, so NDC ba Maka say, ye NDC4. Why should that be the case? So I say, and you know, you all have the, in fact, only people who me a demonstrate constitution amount quite. We only people who me demonstrate now, all the grievances a court no more. And then just say, Bibi uho. And then just say, Bibi, you know, ko now bog grass, you know, your way. It's not part of the demonstration.
So in this case, is it because now Boma when himself running Bibian, nobody can do anything to him, and
I guess he said there is on camera. But you see, any Ghana no, so person who did one off for who dia, Ghana MPP or NDC.
Okay.
Who person who did one now for who dia, Brano who say we NDC ni. MPP be bonne pe say wo maka NDC for. Say NDC ba power. Brando who say we NPP ni. NDC don't so can pe what can MPP for. That is the problem. And that is why I'm saying that this country we cannot develop under this constitution. We cannot because Mekacha will say what we are going through now no afia government dey ma be change.
I see.
I'm telling you.
Because politics made the dim too much.
I did in a corner woman. Because you see, one thing say about and Swache. The reason is that Obrunino so person change Bibia or started from bottom.
Yeah.
Or started from Koranu from school. Man, your way, man, they won't coquette it out, they will doctrinize them. And so who shall be sick at the what? Bibi managum so on fa. Oh, who's so penny or what? Bibi managum so yanu. Even though you have some few deviants, they will go against the law, but majority of them will follow what they have been taught. So we have to have that intentional change of our psyche. So it should be part of our curriculum from class 1. You will say, can't 20 years. Now, some more to me say, Mass Rock. Not just come on, a month of a who did not tell you us. Won't done it, won't first the canon come up with a phone. Now, won't got baby, no phone man goes to a Sakasi 20 years later, and I must have a muscle. You were saying, some of the politicians, you know, or Mama were Yale, or Oxford, Cambridge. Me, when I was in college, you know, when I made just security. When I was doing my first degree, I was working. When I was doing my master's, I was working. Can I compare myself to somebody never partner called Cambridge? On your Jumono there.
You're trying to speak with someone pocket money.
I'm telling you, these are the same people that will come in 20 years' time and come and root our children. I'm telling you. In fact, when you go through the leadership of our country now, about 30 years ago, their fathers were the leaders of the country. And this is what they are doing. That's what they're doing. Who would they? Oxford, Civic, now would they? Excuse me to say, I'm not saying anything. Now the University of Ghana and New Costa, as a rational human being, what qualification will you take?
Say, Oliver Voma was there, not police force say, or say police force yes on beto ne car. Na omuto omoka nintino koyi kino, but is that allowed?
Mercy, Mercy, Fia. Na your lawyers. Sasemu could do quarter. Or no ankasa obobo nkuru. Na se court fi se nkuru no wabona eto asumua. Na court ajatum. So I say, I mean, I don't want to be partisan. I'm a penisa because the person, no, you no need me, but minimum. So I say, so I don't want to be so weak, but I don't know. They know why do you have to do that? So let
them tow it because they are doing it lawfully. They have the power.
So, now for papa should not quite car. So I say, and you know, fear. Almost too wrong doesn't make right. And I'm a one. You know, there's no way say what my call demonstration. But sometimes no, and no maybe why yeah. This is an abano as a abano election event, you know. Bibi kakra bia na akoye kekre to atiase. You know.
I
It
think
is our good to say.
don't you think that people also think say police if one also about a tool politicians use to intimidate people.
And no there's no time under this republica young kasanfa police for if you would ya sahume we so aban we change January 2025 on the 8th of January 2025 no si amema yankwa ubohu NPP form bakasa aban no NDC dia
exactly
police no NDC dia I'm telling you NPP said the same thing when they were in the opposition.
Yeah.
I know woman.
Let's my vote count. I'm going to police for NDC.
Oh my God. There's no government about opposition back I said police, you know, and yeah, and yes, sir. But because the police is there to protect the whole country and is to protect the presidency. Military is there to ensure peace and order. And it's abano. And you have to have it at the back of our mind. Say abanya babano, sa banu na sa we no bosomo to protect all of us. And it's a umpo. They will do it. Me catch you say the same IGP we are your tissue. Say your two about we na say change ya ubehu no. Am of baka say out here ka so NDC. Me catch you ubehu. She say NDC for no so NDP no. Ma aban we change. No NDC mra. Obi abaka so NDC ni. I'm telling you the truth. What they market as well make wear to ne besi so. E besi pepe. So I just and you know did your constitution ne did agro. Won't me nko you carbon so. Now kaka say police no is for labor and I say is for conservative. Won't me kasa because the British police is stop poor. We be feel so papa cry your governor. Me na make out. Now who knew krom now must stop. Now, I'm watching some for one can put. I'm watching work about a friend. Man, wouldn't know, and a friend. But hey, you cool. That is one thing I made me poor Ghana. Oh, which I'm 1 billion. Some baby, I mean, could be some PhD. As it's an minister, me yet will be a chance I can them look away. And yes, I didn't could be a combi. But that freedom now was a walk. So I said, that is what we have to also. Charles, because young country na your woman, person is stop. What my father for police in no major. Obikum no, Bonibian poor and your Bonipur. People don't know the kind of peace we have in Ghana. I'm telling you. So I want to know Obiku so that we need freedom. We are what Ghana. We need. You can't do this nonsense to soldiers. Imagine the Ghana police and a military rule. Say a military rule now. And how can you say to soldiers? I wanna about military rule. What to walk to military or monkey. Now walk to actually. Don't try. Don't try. Hey, now I said police, you know, they are trying to deal with civilians. So I said, I fear now. Oh, sir, I said the car no see what. Who can call your message? Peace wagon. Now, what's we are benefits out? Who are lawyer? What's my answer? What was out? We are lawyer. Now, what lawyer? Wait, me met me now. Yeah, school now. I think later on, no, you're calling Nana. I don't know the Okoye yet. Me or police headquarters for Sab Obi. When I saw the handcuff of goodness, I'm saying, Charlie. Apparently, it was about some sick assembly issue. No more day. I say, and I can. I bet you answer the one who say, "Who him law no." They have to do their job, but I can't some person for them. I'm almost so sure my game, but just give me a summary. Or see, I have about them. They are not as everyday voter. Obeka chene say onye na mrebi ankoche no afia na meka ne say sisi anoma ye voter exhibition na wie code nda ho wo ho se ke say udin wo so se wo yo bi a wo mo ye the demonstration na ko bi a ko bi emfa me ho na mo me ni sami nko ade anka maka se wo da mu na ye wadwuma Say edanu du a waso na power didi wakoto waba na wabada. Oboto ama NDC, oboto ama NPP, oboto ama PW, wato ama no na wabada. Omo bubo election now no win. I don't see reason why ya. Oh say uko twentro, uko for obi na ID card, uko personality obi, uko intimidate obi, uko ne nam ho say wo organize nkofo, say o move to mobi, all the underage children in your offense. Say organize nkofo a wonim say you underage. No what contrast your money so munko to about this 18 years. It's an offense.
Okay.
I don't see why you should do that. If you but I'm saying it because I'm not a politician. I may attack you. But me na can say Dulaimu. A baby and you are more ba. Obama most kebiadi. A baby and was a now Baba say also show road mount. Now Baba say also right in this so. Now Baba say also more man who ban na I'm a who be on to machine so na war ama. So yes, I know me and some man who knows open obedi. So I say, who knows open obedi? In that denti na say, who could you be beer, book me and you up at in someone. So me young. Anytime I'm a those cells ne you know some me ko belu obi na me hwe young people are more that cells. Ya no me hwe me.
Most of them your youth
your youth obi more 18, 20, 19, 21, 22. Young man, and what the politician be a chinti, walk or shemu. Na sky pan and Pakuna de Mawa, a very versi, what time I was no. Sky, it's no, Obia from Wisha about to no. Some people professor to mana, Cotumano, and this officer Cotumano, a codon professor Cotumano, but man koye bibia, Ebama one casano, whom bachi wabaka basemu. Because that Pakuna who could ah, wako wiemunu. Sa Pakuna nimu. Onimu. Enta denti na wose wo koye bibi wo fa ho bi kwa na busuano na obu abusuano wo ma wo yele wo nuanu mo de pani wo so ena wakoye abatunti no wakoye bibi na mo de akoto nsawam wakoye demonstration na koye no wanya di no wa sha finfin wo me sisa wo kwa wo mpa wo asema na wa sha finfin na cho ne wo de kire ba wo finfin wo fi anime ba wo finfin na waja wo de wo mpe na obehya nimu na ma bo wani na wani asai one bo nine na wani asai. What kind of life is that? That's
averagely no say you convict to any of the electoral offenses are averagely fine any prison how many years 6 months between how many times a term now the duration
in fact you know misdemeanor
misdemeanor okay
most of them are misdemeanors and almost my final bia whatever penalty unit and I say what ma ko demo 3 months 4 months 6 months it depending on the offense now obey no
cause no kwanye easy some 3 months kwanye easy
if you one day kwanye one day kwanye if you one day kwa and imagine say what we say ofie mpoma tumu na enya wo pese wumpuo me pese me say me pepue me Friday me ba me fie na say me nko ba bia me mbuo me dan until Monday. But imagine say wo mdo show wo dem no say me mpue wo dem mo me mpue. Imagine just imagine it say wo mdo question says for 2-3 weeks asa no meja wo until nya de so bia de no hihye mu ko twa wudin ko hwe say wudin wo mu edu wo mu a ko oni voters ID card sisi anu na say I don't know say why register kwada na say voters ID card ayira o mutuma wo to aba no
yeah wo electoral commission they can do it for you
but say won hwe wudin na wonim say wudin ni mu a wo kwada ho tell me kwata say wudin ni mu won hwe wudin won na mo ayadan ye o kwato wo ba wi a kwada o mo bobbo wi a o bate adanti na say kwagina wo no bi ton sugu ho obi de bibi afia me ye bi da na me ye bi du so da mpapa kwa no ba president me ye bi da me ye me nua odi machi kwa ba president me ye sad ni bi da
because they all can be very important voter education is very necessary say yeah koto aba no e nkofo papa wo ana omo anya eduma omo ye papa wo who support Mahama, who support Baomi, and your papa no oye wo. One more person obey a juma, no no sunya bidi. I council can make Kodan because council 2020 about 2 years. When you saw my poor mutual nipa 8 no. This year, about 2 months ago, I found a convictions number. And how much compensation? For almost 8 years. What say incredible better yakabele. What will say
na tell me to say some coffee no more money no. Obaku krawu.
Obaku yeah, what
demonstration me obaku bi na ni say.
Yes, let my vote count. Any boy.
Wo say bibi sa.
Wo.
Aha, afia. Na wo say wo yo bi a abusan na ni da so. Na say wo koye sa de na wu a. Eche wo ndi hu hwambo. O de busa fusu na hwambo. Enti no botuma ye sa no me na so a wo mfa wo hu emfa nhye bonimu. To ati ase. Also kondo to hu ye. Omo ye demonstration na wo ko bia dimu. Ba mpapa na se me de bi aka ne say. Se wo fa wi danfo. Na se do omo eba wi ade na omo ba chi omo a, omo ba chi we ka ho. By the time Obaba no bakasa me ba ne ya wi no, no mo bo so be 100. Enta de to so fa wi danfo. Empako no ya wi, o so kofo na danfo. Won ka no wi ayo, ba wo mo ba so mo ba chi omu na no a, every day
ya do be fra.
Manfa afekubo, efanti fo mfasa afekubo a say boys bi a o mani so ade wo kro no mu, a o mu wi konfo ade na o do hakobo mu, o so mpesa because o mo ba chi omu o mo do be ka ho.
Yeah. When it goes for party supporters and macho boys,
yes.
Almost over you almost say Juma. Yamun Kokoni and Jessica.
Juma na wo ya dia ye. Na wonim say wo jima kotua on do kwansa wo mu a. Na odi dia krafie no da hwe mama. Wo baba no bi anyem yere. Fo na obi hu.
That's the mommy now to mama for join. A very good advice for the man because baby sans hunu we echi. Ami akobo to especially Abrante dey okoso kan or threaten a whole IGP not just say what's so afofra IGP now they call so to threaten IGP. Sister be your bebo yem to na wo tu IGP.
And anti afia. Ghana no. Ya kan se mi ho mo a ya nsheda ya fa nya we. Adan anime na me ba nka bibi se country bi na omo president no unity wo no ho na obi twaye.
Yeah, South Sudan no said then.
Adechi na omo se ipakuna sen no ho. Adiche wase no na wo obi na GP wako no school man you can asem he started as a recruit wako mu saa wa ye ni PhD awie na wo papa na fa no wo papa na fa no san pako no wo obusu mu san ne pa no mu so ye no wo bra pani no otumu bobra kodu saa o mami na papa no mo no on bobra kodu saa I say wo obi just because of politics na wa ko just obo ne yam tuo saa pa ko we me jaja enka man saa 1 year me oboto me na me jaja man saa 1 year ni be application no ko o ma move away no de bia baka say me twa me wuri nwie ye 1 year na
now them
na me ma ruling e wo ne bail na application
just to teach him a lesson
1 year na wo the application no wo ba move application no na maka say I'm giving you 1 month for your ruling wo ba na masa mo 1 month for ruling 1 year in a ruling for bail kwa na me ntwa nwie ye wo ba ka say wo bo IGP yem tro na wo papa wo tro wo papa wo tro
it's sad but put your mind let us all take
democracy no and us yet tin kwara no yemo mo ti asese wontumi ngina baabi na wo ye opani bi to ti ase me afia me ka ti ase na ekoso no wonni mo yem ba hyew wonni me se wo kasa na wo kasa o phone su kwa no aban pese onya ne waka na obenya
it's true
it's true me no bi akọ police station o ma bo conversation o ye commander no o dwa na num kire obi o mo bo man no be say your voice ana o see your voice me dwa manum
when can free what can you because they can usually get a court order to get any a high court order now here
Afia IGP nya koto da.
He's the police.
You know, and some go home ya ka o se ka chan kwara no mo ti ase. Ahun se omo no ma be hia sa freedom we. So ati ase sa freedom na o manya no. Omo hu bi da. Because I was born during 1978. Enti me back class 92 na ansa na democracy bebe na me back class. Now I'm not sure at that time no. Ubo to me akoje video. No waka say ubo IGP yem2. Who JJ time what na ko disan kwa asem we.
Omo baka JJ kan about for who born dog.
Ubo to me akoje video. Now that but to social media so ubo IGP ni yem2. Na wakwata.
No obi ka say boma wo dey enka JJ time abetimi akoyi police for key. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, Emanajumu.
Ako to police for key.
David Emanajumu so be sa David.
I'm use reasonable force. How bad what to one key?
Afia Emanajumu. Et we never cut to him. Now a person go to a person for two omuki key. You have actually invaded their privacy. That is the thing. Obi a parking the car siwo ni case mu na wo gbo car ni mu na wo kotu key no.
They say omo ba na omo se ne ma wo ma yira. How do you prove say yira?
Oh, enche ayaro be defend no ho.
Councilman me na say no na odi ama efuto na odi ama no. I hope young men ni nyina betie. Politician bi am bebelu, obebelu kra wo na udi na wo court record so. You convicted wa udi na wo so china when ya visa bia. Visa na kasa kra unya because once you have a conviction visa no unya.
Unim say obi one people man ko ba be president when ye because for some reason no so akọ nsan won
da. Pianim.
Me dem ni mo no
pianim yes.
Ewo your notebook mu.
Yes.
I say me no me try dia most of the time no yeah nkwa no mtwa no ngom susa bi omom day for no msusa. Nti mo se ma fa emre bi na no mo kasa because who nim kwanya book ma bu ama ho to acha say e bi wanyin wasakra ba sa video we e da ho
yeah
wako parliament aban bi aba wa ma post say wo ma ya IGP na wo ma yi ama ho say wo kai say mbibi wo ya kwara no wo 18 20 no wo ka say
ko yes
wo ba IGP 2 na sisi ayi so bi ka so bobo to be dan na wo be kan so wo nim sa na me yeye enti enu be ho mo ya internet no ni bi enfira ade banya ni enim say internet onye nipa internet no nya wefire
Mr. Council, what part them? Mr. Yeah, boy, si pay be crack keke o ko apply. Now they Google you. Omo be check you be bia. They wa control where did he matem, where did he wear them? Ni nyina wo ho no ma no mapeke. Yes, we have denied you. Yen chiro de ntie deny o.
There be ya.
Na good advice na wo de mo no mutie be bo o no ma ntie so de awala o. Because politicians they don't koje visa me yen deny no. Wo do wani be kwakoje na ye deny o. Police recruitment kwa yen foul because of that.
Eya na ye me won too much say. Sa politicians no, omo mani Ghana ha. How many politicians no call demonstration mo be kan ko? Ne ba no wo school papa bi. To acha say ne ba no o wo private school bi a omo tua pounds. Mo you can mo ko ye adwuma bi wo some school bi a they were paying 29,000 pounds per semester. Sa school no mo ma wo. No on kan cha ne ba so mfi Canada. No mbe Ghana no mesin ko demonstration. Na wo wote ha. Wo hundwene ma wo bedi ho. Wo koso wo nkoje din wo hye finfin na wo nko na wo ma. Na adwuma na ni Ghana so kan wo afia wo nim sa.
Yeah. Unemployment no.
Politicians ne o nketa adwuma. Enti the more na people are ignorant no. I'm telling you say yenya ba to so. Na sa free SHS no course ko akire. Yenya free university. Na ne pa bebre no o ma dwumi bu a. Politicians no o mo pa bebe fom. Because bebre no ho mo a eno mo ye no mo ntiase.
It's true.
Bebre no mo ntiase. Na se yenya akwanje na bebre educated a na oti ne bank bi bo na tire. Jadi na ba na dwum se onjai Friday no kwa adwuma no onjai no kwa demonstration.
Uncle do it. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Enti education
my broche won say. Hardly so bones and for a year because of my busy 1 hour yeah mato. Sometimes £20 and now $20 an hour. Only that year.
yes. Omo ya but and yes Ghana ha. Omo to me omo ya but and yet the way ya Ghana ha no. Kono obi kwa demonstration na obi nkoto bi ka. Empa kuno the conviction bibi no omo ya wo no ni neighborhood a on pe injustice ntino od no boto so wom kunu no problem but nyese obi akotwa ne ka obi amobilize no or the bus ebesi ho or the duanasi mu obi 50 Ghana betam ni yanko na okono ya accident na wuwe ko na ka no mu no toso na wuwe de ankwase wu no
okay Mama now say good advice watch or counselor my ati say obey be convict obey dem and all can say o say o konsa wo mu no youth no amona nka mo be ye Ghana yie no o mu gu nsa wo
omo
20 years 60 90 18 19 20 22 23 omo no mu gu nsa wo nti me tie futuo mahama oba omia obia ni won ma ma ne ba akwa demonstration ma wakotuki mahama baka demonstration we won onkotuki da onjimiye onkotuki me mo bi yusu appointment fear bi e de be mount you don't put yourself in a situation obey target because people no ever my position cry ya bo wani o ya show us ma kan wadene to it can't my na was say futu out there man no I say elections it's our offenses say misdemeanors but we them between 3 months 6 months and a fine politician ba betua ma ba wudi na all we are convicted criminal and will record so forever when your school be says here you can't go until this is election offenses but you started at from other issues as an EBPRT lawyer Richard Aban and Oboy and thank you so much council so I election offenses near then okaso no Vomawo Oliver Vomawo and a classmate Vomawo nim law no he knows what he did is wrong and to end this I don't come here and justify it wrong is wrong okay 2 wrongs don't make a right. It is a political for no cry wrong in towing the vehicle. Yes, you know in Ghana, political right to tow vehicles. But on the other no cry wrong, you can challenge them in court for towing your vehicle wrongly. But enya would the NSA okwakutu omuka. Ukotu omuki. So your powers be the ama police. Say your soldier forces and samaba. Say Ghana you to the military who ne what say ya. Ti said you be one Nigeria nka utuki na o musa kwa kaka penny eke e fa o hakitu bi na bie weti kwati se man wo ukọ my preserve ye ho politicians will go and come and this MPP they will go and come ye de be ho bra Patrick mama good evening ni akwaba
yeah good evening Patrick to say you
adum Patrick mama nti o
yeah me say yeah my examples in situations are I don't like us to be referencing military rule because I know na yempe into na yeba democratic way no into no if food to education yebema amasa democracy no intintim no that is what we should be to me in my opinion that's what we should be focusing on and again no your democracy is very young our democracy is very young compared to any other country that we talk about we'll call about to like it's a normal thing. Even that same day that we almost have election, you can register that same day. There's still registration going on. You can register in the middle of the night. Right now, you can pull up on your website, and register. You don't need to. So they have grown, and their democracy have matured. So ours must mature. It takes time. Another thing about democracy is expensive. Democracy, it's a very expensive thing and it's cheap. Democracy is very, very, very expensive. So yeah, because electoral commissioner, we have to vote for them. Judges, we have to vote for them. MTs, this now say to swaba. So some of these things we are in the predicament we are in because we don't have that money to sponsor. Yeah, election you can say outsiders may sponsor. And those outsiders also are sponsoring because of their interest.
Yeah.
This is where this is. So when we are looking at all of this, we have to look at it from the bigger picture, because education there should be civic education on democracy. Yes, civic education, they are non-existent. Nobody educates anybody. But we do have a sector that is being paid. People getting paid every year.
The last time I checked their disbursement, they hadn't been given anything for the whole year.
It doesn't matter. But that was a sector that we need to have to educate us, right? It will cancer education. If you don't educate the person, they don't know. Oh, so it's a holistic thing. Democracy anyway. You see, per law, any child under 17 must be educated. I have been in a situation where by court order, I have to set up devices for Unkola Omakudin Samone, 70-year-old Unkola Omakudin Samone. I have to set up devices for them in jail.
To learn.
For them to learn, because that is their democratic response right to have. So even if they are incarcerated, they are still supposed to have that education, because that is the right they have. While they get so democracy is expensive. Okay, where Yankasa your electoral commission balloting. Balloting. I mean, we have seen ballotings being done on several stages. Football, African Cup of Nations, so so it all trickled down to everything we do. You can see the inefficiencies and everything. That was why Chada was mad. He wasn't mad. He was mad because he felt like our democracy is old enough that we should be getting some things right. We should be getting some things right, because maybe now I establish it. But I say,
we are not growing as much as we should.
Not growing as much as we should. Okay. So to me, those are the concerns that you will look at, because it was very unfortunate that some of the things you see, it doesn't order well for us. We are growing. For well-educated people. Highly people who have been in places. So there are some of these things that we can make it crisp and make them very presentable and let us stand out the way we should. The way that thing was done there, to me, it didn't represent us well.
Okay.
We have a name, we have a stake. Forget about everything. The whole world was watching us. So some of these things, it is important that we look at those potently and address them.
Okay.
Then in addition, the next thing is the galamsey, because the galamsey is a big menace. Okay. And I saw the lawyer spoke extensively about it. The things we are talking about, it's not that we cannot do them. It doesn't mean that we don't have the intellect to do them, or we don't know how to do them. Say Ghana, I can say almost 90% of the chiefs in Ghana are well educated. Number one, and two, have been to places. Okay, your problem is one, we do not punish wrongdoing, we hail wrongdoing. And Vomawa did what he did because he felt like he could get away with it. That's it. So get away with it. It's easy. So because here, there's a way to get away with it. So it's easy for me to do it. And how we don't do those things, because we know you won't get away with it. No matter who you are.
The Trump for Christ not getting away with it. Now why never getting away with it?
Well, January
6th. He's been dealt with.
Well, January 6th. Gradually.
Years of a year. They will deal with you.
Well, gradually, the law is catching up with everybody. And the only thing that became unfortunate for me is our courts and our judges, because when all fall apart, they must hold things together for us. They must. And lawyer Rebecca said, he spoke like a typical Ghanaian, said that means he's going to succumb the law and wait and let somebody continue.
Succumb the law. Discretion. The judges in under Ghana law, the judges have discretion to grant bail.
But that point,
But
that point, he's using his emotion or say, "Follow the law, punish the person according to the law."
Also to serve as a deterrent.
Yes.
Oh, to say Pop Daddy, they also call pre-bail. They denied him bail. Judge, baby, I or not to prison. And what dangerous prison? What said that? It's supposed to be a deterrent. The all kind of say, or no.
The bail denial will not be in vacuum. The bail was denied because he's a flight risk, number one. Number two, and Sana not the first one by no Otukoya, he flew out of when they
first wanted to catch him, he flew out.
Exactly. So he has the connection to fly out anytime. Southern of he has connection with rich people. So,
to serve as a deterrent, also the same as I'm now can say, yam punish bonnet. And also to serve as a deterrent for other electoral offenses. But
all I'm saying,
deterrent from other people.
My point is following the law and not following our emotions.
No, he's following. It's also within the power of the court and the judge.
Yes.
The judge has the discretion.
Yes, the judge has the discretion.
Supreme Court's ruling, almost all offenses are bailable. Murder case is quite bailable, but the judge has the discretion. Say, how a judge no. He can even say some to protect you yourself. Mob attack, babo.
So that backtracks my point because they hold this whole thing together for us.
It's not emotional. It's based on discretion, which is the law. It's not emotional.
Yeah, we can say whether it is discretion or whatever it is. It's all words, right? It's all something that we cannot.
They mean different things. Emotional discretion means
discretion is not tangible. Emotions are not tangible.
No, discretion is tangible. Patron. Discretion is tangible. Go and read. Discretion is tangible.
Lady.
The law defines discretion. Ghana law, discretion, even under US law, discretion is not. It's not in vacuum. Discretion is tangible, Pato. Don't go there. Discretion is tangible.
All I'm saying is that
tangible, and that is tangible.
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. We can argue it out and do whatever, but we know.
Now I'm praising US for law.
I am not praising. No, I am not praising US law. I'm not praising any law. All I'm trying to say is there are things that happen where judges do things based on their emotions and how they feel. And they can give reasons for it. But the point is, if we have a system that is able, they must be the ones that hold this whole basket together. Because ni momo punching or declare asem yate video. What I'm trying to say is that we need to make sure that that system is left unattached. Until whatever political party comes in, these people are going to uphold the law to deter us from committing such crimes and perpetuating them. That is the bottom line. Because if they do not uphold that and make that work, because politicians be supported, they are going to back the people who they have supported to commit the crime. But the judges stand in that space
to enforce the law,
break that barrier for us and to hold that. Because I said we could do judge way anymore or your judge no nonsense.
Okay.
That's the point I'm done.
Okay. And almost friend is I now can say emotion there. The friend start decisive that there is more than just the law that influences the judges to take decisions. But definitely it's not emotions, because see, appointing these are isolated cases. We've been giving judgment from pre-colonial times to post-colonial times. West Africa law report here, first final operating for no Privy Council near there. It's never about emotions, but there are more things that judges consider. For instance, we do court to cry ni sune ne bang ni demeanor can even influence say the judge, but that is not emotion. That's what I'm saying, is that discretion is tangible. Discretion is tangible. Inti nipa no cry ni su so I am remorseful when no ho ni nyina can serve as mitigation for the judge say obehu mobo, especially when boni na wa ye mizimi na ye boni e wo form enye boni emu ye du bia ha nti enye emotion, but it's tangible in the law. And US maybe there are judges who are racist, there are judges who take a judge here na or trendy baby or US here, I told I said offenses, traffic offense in focus. Oh, court no offense, we have forgiven you. Oh, he was so popular. So these are the discretions that they use. But Nana, good evening, Akwaba.
Sister Fiarama, good evening. Yeah,
Mm.
with your America crime or a number of points to make here. Before that, Mamicha, a number of them for near Yensu for which young will be a movie, they be a son of American, Mamas Ajubremra, na Bibiania Boko Honum. Sister Fia, na Macanisano, so Friends of Baumia USA chapter, some catch said 12 October Yana, ya Popo and Sano, and to be now believe in the vision of Baumia and Pachabra. Now we continue.
Number one, more ballot, more voter education, number one.
Number one, that's on I can say we are breaking the 8. And number 8 candidate, you know, say John Dramani Mahama. So we are breaking him and the party, you know, it's consistent with our saying, so we are breaking the 8. Inti that's all. Sister Fia, Makasano na na what me yam shame power. Me te say will be the fear poko bi wa kan say me na.
Me see amani o me me Ghana phone is go for but text me am here me say hey
me say no, this cannot be my sister Fia minimum. My sister Fia will not say that he is very measured about what he does now. Na me say anybody is a power.
Nipa no kwa ni bi so chese no kwa ni actual name mponu no but
and your brand
name. But I think this is the stage name. Our but or the Sefia Bokwe PSA, but their own bloggers, they just want to trend it, you know. It's just
and your mother trend the power.
Yeah, but I mean so many cases no what them the days on yamia. They ask them.
But journalism in Makasi is a very difficult job. You couldn't dream it now radio so now Kasakeke. We are journalists, and they said they are professor out radio. You must really research and gather your facts. They said they are only a judge now take them. You must be a very intelligent journalist, and for damn people. And I also Kroma Sabi, or more journalism, no. Big kita law, I can see degree, I can see they are equivalent to any of even better than president in many other countries. Because it's a very, very disciplined professional. You have to really be on top of your game. If you want to see what journalism is like, you look at the light of late Kwamina Dumont and the way they represented journalism. No. One way journalism no. When you have some no. And yes, as time goes on, you are being exposed. The system is exposing you because you are not able to stand up to the standard. And look at the mess you are running into. Going to apologize here and there tomorrow, this, that. I mean, I don't know if media has whether you do reputational risk assessment. Because the media
this is the thing they don't do that. Yeah, start here. No, I mean multimedia I can tell you to make co training and see a co training.
Yeah.
But the company will make sure you have come to par.
Yeah, reputational risk assessment is something every media must be concerned about because once you lose it, Sister Fia, that is what you the fire behind you know. Reputation, where people can trust the information you channel, people can trust yourself. That is how you gain value in the marketplace. If you lose that, nobody will trust you because we are better work and these people they are not even meticulous. They don't even cross-check anything. They just didn't do anything. And you begin to lose business. It might not be immediate. In the long term, it gradually feed into a business owner now who employ people out. Especially in this act of journalism, in this age of AI, need information flow. You must be very, very meticulous about the people you put on set to be doing the kind of work they do for you. They free advice to business owners, no more Ghana. If you bring that kind of attitude here, what you might be good. So I said, Ghana, no journalists, maybe, or maybe do and they can't even survive. They will even employ them. Sister, if you make us a called demonstrators, no so. My branch, Voma, he should be. I really respect him. I appreciate him. Not until before started here, so I only issue with Ghana police, not started running into issues. This was a guy, not something like the INN, a friend about the show, so not or article as a young guy, very enterprising, articulating his views on law. I could see a lot of promise in that guy. And I really followed him. I appreciated some of the things that he said. Until say, Obenya sa issue or court and the PhD idea, he had to halt it. Or career progression. Because you want to defend the public interest.
You have to halt it and go back.
And go back. And you carry a progression because you pursue your public interest work, which is good. But I think, sir, like I always say, good intentions are not enough. The right approach and the right methodology must always come with those good intentions. Otherwise, it will end you up in places that is really not, befitting of status and potential. That guy still has a lot of potential in him. But you see, and I say why depressed, I say he feel frustrated, and therefore anything here goes. I'm sorry.
Maybe so that system also not frustrated. Maybe he feels that there's too much injustice.
I think say no no, but Ghana someone say Africa you share don't know. So yes and the man police one ya mo fa ho ncha was frustrating you may frustrate you and that is why you have to be very calculated and be sure say are the benefits worth the risk you are taking on the amateur on. And oftentimes if he said no one kasa or tenacity bisano upon a reflection of who say he did the wrong thing. That was an indiscretion, big one. So no one can sue him. He also is a very brilliant guy, very smart guy. Any day, if you give him an opportunity, you can always see the brilliance in him. But that's just an act of indiscretion. You don't even attack the police in such a circumstance. And me catch Ghana for say Ghana security architecture and Akufo-Addo, I improve a lot too. If you are not aware, because you don't see it. But if you don't know, I'm telling Ghana for say today the police and our security, they have sophisticated Niema or multimedia detect cyber crime and able to pick cameras in that force. I imagine a police one crime scene is in there. They have a lot of CCTV cameras on the road or multimedia capture. They have a command center. Be able to track into a bus security pass in real time. Almost track here. They are much better in a much better place compared to where they were some 5, 6, 7 years ago. Until then, I know what you so which may be Ghana now for where this they are bringing their standard. They are not up to arbitrate for, but at least they've adopted some of these technologies to be able to help them fight crime. Okay. And they're on top of their game. Whatever you do, the police can track you in the drone technology, but the police doesn't even need to be at the venue. They can stand anywhere and take drone technology and take a snapshot of whatever is happening within that area, do surveillance, and then put them on a helicopter. If they want to trace and do everything, wait to make your helicopter, they don't even have to be with you physical on the ground. And they'll monitor you after some trace you. One year now, if you said that is not a good example, now you detract from the main point about Galamsey and a Python. Now you just detract from that point. You have a good point, you have to raise a good point, but I feel like we shouldn't encourage that. Now, so we said the democracy you go. I am professor now meaning on the counter question Ghana. Unim the town. If there's any disorder in Ghana, Ubu Hokro attack when you are buying the Obi or town one person, you take advantage of that disorder and come and attack you in your home, come and cause you harm. And in that environment, there is no law and order. Who watching the way in the court? So let's be careful. It is not just the politicians that will suffer. Politicians, the BBC, they will suffer more because everybody knows them. And once
point, they have a backup into
once Obi take advantage of that environment, and I believe that was what happened in Rollins' era. And Kofu will take advantage of environment. Look at attacking Kofu. Make a Rollins ground. So let's be very careful. Okay. And let's be very careful as we approach election 2024.
What boss? Mama, good evening.
If you have that,
great. But you,
Mr. Tifia, a police for no lawyer no bar so no may be such a one addressing certain issues in terms of police for now. I muta 2 normal ordinary drivers key from their car. No, Emrabena etrese police ni. So stop you for certain offenses are utumi to ukaki efi ukano.
And ukaki no to me too, but more the discretion to use reasonable force to arrest you. So always they say arrest her. By extension, they can interpret it to mean say be also 2 can they can remove the key because more have power to use reasonable force.
Yeah, but you say Ghana, you see a police for LCD amount for key. Sometimes just near small parking somewhere, no, mutumi ba ebe 2 car. You police for matana for car, so with the notion, some person driver no be movie car and all these things. Into the Vama or you know. It's nothing new because police for they already do it to ordinary Ghanaians already.
But was and I say, yes, and I say that they are cracking the one day interdict or money at the more police for no. I don't know, and I say one monitor, they don't do key near my better. Yeah, because reasonable force also on a limit. But Vama or Diana has nothing to do with reasonable force.
Yeah, but
Mama wo mom na akoto omuki. But Mama was on your police into 2 key. I know reasonable for then I will apply.
There may who protesters our USA. One of them, about 4 of them, Seattle, Washington, that NOAC or Capitol Hill. Protesters, almost blocky rules, almost 2 key of police cars. Bakusi George Floyd protest 2020, almost 2 car key. Portland, Oregon 2020. San Francisco, November 2023. Yeah, almost 2 police for car.
Are you saying say US almost 2 police key? I answer 2 police. Say from Ghana alone.
But me just say dear AC or baby AC pen. In Ghana, maybe after the for the first time there. That's what I'm.
No, world boss. One who is a PhD law student. Did he have the right to remove police for Kiana?
No, me can't say no police for no better my prosecuting for whatever offense, but me can't Ghana for say AC pen. It's
but the world boss. Don't do that. Say AC pen will be must it happen in Ghana? See, you come for Arab, you come for Israel and Palestinian. Must we do that to Ghana?
No event there. It to me occur any place around the world. It says
ABC maybe I Papa and Frimo.
Oh, and you know America say my insure Papa be and Frimo. America say here. This is their first time. They should find a way to deal with it. And they say and nothing new. So but America Ghana for say. But
don't you think that as somebody who knows the law and a classmate in lawyer Bani, is that you see to whom much is given, much is required? Isn't it true? Say, as a student of the law, you know the law. Want to say, boys, some way food soldiers, no more nim law no. So you, although ignorance of the law is not an excuse, but at least you can excuse the person and say that nim. But as one level. PhD students in law.
Answers our question. Police for almost training, right? In their standards, so almost handle protesters. We also expect them to know
handle them with
their training. But almost protesters handle. They also violate certain laws. In the end, to me, because they almost they've gone to police training school into say.
In demonstration, which law did the police violate?
Oh, and they say me Juma or police into
like who monitor videos now call around on demonstration. Who police wanna violate law here?
Oh, sir, maybe you might arrest innocent, peaceful.
Now arrest a violation of
yes,
law.
Me innocent. Now maybe I was just standing on the street. Now maybe should demonstrate. Now they're picking me up. It's against my human right because I wasn't part of the demonstrators. Now
arrest there. Yeah, you be and son they determine innocence.
No, because before
innocence at the point of arrest.
So before who didn't charge, who can't charge said this is the
not
risk.
Necessarily. You must tell the person you charge. You must only give the person the reason for the arrest, but not the charge.
Yes.
Only comes when, because to say you as a more reasonable, you need reasonable suspicion. You need reasonable suspicion and a probable cause.
Yes.
That's not what you'll be.
Yes.
If it's a police for a while, as a video, did you see that Bama were acting wrongly? And because this one, Bama on the kotu key. What was the police doing now? There was a bomber who go to kill.
If you are police for they were unprofessional because in the first place, as a police officer, what the park your vehicle or what? You shouldn't leave the engine on, abandon it, and be walking around.
The police for all right, Tom Betty answer. Police want to tell me drive to me that police for all right in the middle of almost demonstration scene. Already a crime scene. Anything can happen. So the police have a right to leave their car engine on. BBC immediately.
No, what
approach police for coaching for one-way road. Police vote to me for the other side. They have that discretion.
No,
they have discretionary powers, sir.
Point, the police were unprofessional in the sense that what your ignition we know. Chroma said, "Who your police now lose kakra? Obi bet ma betina no mukra." To can they are
that's American so Ghana law. Ghana law there. The police have the discretionary power. Say in the middle of demonstration, it's already a crime scene. They will be needed at any time.
if you tell me point, no, I do is Vama Wako 2 kaki, maybe going forward, no police, there's no mushroom be film. So next time you have a parking card besides we have protocol, we have to do ABC. Because next time no be me 2 car no, or Baba Tinemu, a 3 car no, and they are far protesters no more. Oh, in the America is they were unprofessional in the first place. Oh, because the overja ignition no cry on no cry, maybe cry police need be cry the other side cry all change say you Ubabe to car and you have to protect that police vehicle.
Okay, but the fact that there was no police in Libya or Hona Boma would do me and
yes, that makes them unprofessional. Because police no stop you. Obama what now come on my until say one back up biaba now video maybe you or press or set you come on your attempt crash or set you come on my own fika no Obama would do to a steer no say a process but Ghana and ye who's idea or no crowd giddy oh anka a chroma na mu behave sanka ya bogana for 20 chromo you can't do that.
Okay. Okay. As you as a more, you know, and you
can't struggle with the driver.
As that's what be the law. As on might be the law. Ghana no more. They have the discretionary power.
That's our police law. As so much idea.
But so be out to buy as some law. As some baby a police volume to do but Singapore near the Ghana so yeah the police for because demonstration is heated but I agree with you on the abandonment of the car. So be jaka no crazy police need be any one. Because there should be somebody said that a civilian will not get access to the car. And there I agree with you. Keeness and shame. I agree with you. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, that's say.
Adum Pacho say.
Yo, yes, I do. Pacho, I'm a fan of my money to media man or so.
Pacho say.
Obi say I no man to me do no man
no problem.
Yeah, where the word boss no in a way no he has a point. Baby, and if you are any way you look at it, both Vemawo and police they were all wrong. Because my own video be a separate here, they arrested about 8-year-old girl as a 10-year-old girl, which is against the law. Our constitution actually, Akola has a right to express, say, because your mom, not your mom, no, every right to express it or herself. You have no right to arrest him. And besides arresting mine or no, it's also against our constitution.
Nampacho, I am Mubusemu the entire arrest your man. Nampacho, demonstrate, but if you breach the rules of the demonstration, and you'll be arrested. Opening.
You make an Pacho Mame landed. On the video na mi hu yen no. On the man did the protest, they were holding water of Galamsey water. It's dirty water good bottle. Say pure water bottle no. They were demonstrating holding some more than you used to. It's for Akola to express the view on the wrong water and I say your body water. What do you arrest it?
I'm managing comments based on content. So we need demonstration. I think I wouldn't need the Akola here before that water or after. Sometimes you cannot jump to conclude because police phone sorry preoccupant kochi when there's nothing.
You know,
seriously. Because before video.
Okay.
And so the police will come and show you say this is what happened. You see what we see in their perspective. Okay. You only see the video now.
I will leave you like that. I will leave that side.
Because demonstration there. My demonstrations there are things that people do sometimes overboard. So,
that is why I said based on what I saw. I may commented not what I did.
That's why your seeing can be limited.
It could be something else. I found LED to this one. Let's pause it over there. If you
also, because in the comment we said perhaps the police arrested a child to protect him because demonstration Akola no contest here. victimizing a colana by even bringing a colana there.
Bringing him, okay.
So, maybe the police were arresting him to keep him.
More or less, Mamino put the child in danger.
In danger, because demonstration, anything can happen. You bet me out to share almost water cannons. One not BBC and now be a collapse. I'll be real. See, perhaps obi to me to say, and I know Kumasi the almost say, girl, be boy, be a Kodani girlfriend, be channel. They are keeping lady in custody for her home protection. Komujan and more bono.
Okay, that makes sense. I agree. If your mommy come in, man, I must say, so I don't buy it. My own say, video be circulated. A man for airborne or man penny about this same man who almost expensive one cathedral no was spent over $58 million for. My question is, where must circulate all these narratives? All we need to see for some of us before me make us bring evidence. My who can say I'm packed, so my penina says such money there. Then we can hold him for accountability. Say, oh, the one who never can say, oh, you check here $58 million. What said on here there? To me, I don't. I almost say for him starting something is totally wrong. Many men support him because about 2008 of Olusuye, about 2012 Olusuye, 2016 on Wakasa Nyame boss me third time me ko idi. To the mamia when I may ask who radio nunyam. And I over went to me and I for beji your mind sick at the. But my question is that don't exaggerate it. And I say make it look say what says such amount. I don't believe say Akufo-Addo will waste that 58 to me. I still don't believe it. So best say such amount as Obi or human rights lawyer. I would need or not Jimu Bobby. I say Akufo-Addo. That the way I'm party then meaning will be kabat.
But it's a fact that the contract was awarded to Ajayi for designing feasibility. And I know the amount you had.
Exactly.
Contract somebody awarded anything almost starting excavation of ground, you know. Anything about Yaboka.
Yaboka, I agree. But don't exaggerate it, say it's up to 58. I don't fear $58 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Even though don't add injury to the wounds. Now let's face the fact. Politics now more young can occur. Me about with they are failed in so many ways. But me remember being cardia on your young Fantone so say they have done that. What pointing on now pointing on who's a deal with all my and how many year. Fair enough. But don't exaggerate that move quite them will be very swimming pool Moses. So that don't make no sense to me. What I say, let's do.
Oh, they're so dangerous. Cable be naked cable at somewhere. I don't know why your boy said no lawyer can know. You are risking your life because naked cable be on mark and let you get you
because there was on my foundation on my lawyer near my baby of assassination. You can kill yourself by swimming in that water. Very dangerous. By your young phobia, they are not condemning what they did by a presume. So says then they're circulating at $58 million. I don't buy it. Bring evidence. May who said Nana Akufo-Addo was said such amount. Yeah, but I can't just me condemn and require many evidence for myself. What I said. Because 58 million your hospital, your dialysis machines. It only MRI machines they cost $147,000. $58 million could have bought more than 10 at the Magana hospitals. It is an pastor was saying that put the evidence in the bar. We will call them to order. Now by be a scanify, they will bring it. But other than that, no, there's nothing to talk about. Say, call election is so Sunday. Yeah. Me no, if you are me, that be a because I say we say. Ghana, yeah, democracy, almost 32 years. And the same thing that recycling. About way back no recycling. Near Jaudia, need national plan. So party manifesto. No. To me, I wish they would just burn them all. Now, draw national manifesto and a national plan too. Say by Akufo-Addo, excuse me, because Omun Lusu, Manusi Simraso. I don't wish anybody to lose. Everybody is fighting to win. But let's just say, Baumia winning no qua because national plant, whoever takes over will continue the national cathedral. Whoever take over, no, Ajuma be MPP or Mantimania, no. And what national plan, you cannot leave that behind. You have to follow and complete it. And as a plus now, dear, I think I can mune as what do you call it? Hospital, yeah, Mama Musisi, yeah, I wasting. Taxpayers' money. Nina, so a man fast work. Or before France, God forbid. Oh, be bad as MPP for the hobby, man. Everything MPP have worked for, our modern national taxpayers' money as shame. Trust me, by next 4 years, you better try as you can say, and also go.
And also,
and man, young Kazakhstan, ye dear one bro. Say, ya bending ya amendment of constitution. No man is Sasa near Maniamana. You see the manifesto, the Bebu or Maya, Enko Siaga. Manifesto, if you are me to a young say me babe poor man penny. My better shows my German num. If you me ba. A man say a year ukromo. If you remember in Sobia, Obia than milk. Obia Sobu milk. Oda Soba sorry now about the so. My manifesto. Say me ba. The power is me bedua. Can I be able to do it? But if it is a national plan, and a oba na oba beto asono. You decide on say, hey. Near SMS here, Jerry, so Abana beto aso dia baby, omdi do ye, oma 50%.
Yeah, to assume yanko.
To aso, say ultimately even 30 crowds off now kwa. I cut the remaining 20%. Whoever comes to come and complete it. And then you cause a national plan in America, omudia developer. A pass or man konanim, yan koyachi bi. E bia say galam say case je baby akwa kodu. O man penny say wabre. What with some found here, and one of the MPP executives because I mean money. As some makers as a master, some most more you are wrong. All my politicizing or say they say no. I could for Baumi and I could for can be say about Galimsia. Yeah, the better about Yano. If that is the case, there, Yenya say uncle, then when you're two about we are. They will enforce a law to do it. Meaning, say what started that?
Vote in T.
Vote with your man and say,
okay.
You see my point? It is say, there are politics, yeah, and free one if your Ghana will not go anywhere. To me, baby, a commander do no more last 3 months, yeah, okay. Take action. But me, Upa Kufa do you see change. Now Kufa, you no man penny no 3 months now. Drastic decision. Take action. Stop that I'm saying immediately. After all, now quiet. The baby in the last 3 months, he was able to do this.
Okay.
Now your legacy that and I would say Mukoya and no Namukokaya 2020 and this you lose all Galamsey side. But I fear me research here no. False statement on Mama said they lost all Galamsey sites. As a matter of fact, they won every Galamsey constituency. MPP winning here. Bogoso, Empoho, Obuasi, Babia, winning here. It's in what
if you check the voter margins now, winning no questionable wins near because it was a big issue during the campaign. I think. Yeah.
My thing is that don't you say because MPP and this for Beka Galamsey in Amulusu here.
But it shouldn't be a justification that say yes, you or they agree with
that's
you.
my point.
It shouldn't be a justification.
So don't use that as an excuse. Say me kokan me lose. In fact, my heart was bleeding, and I'm sure it didn't. Boss. Where they very well him can say me be PF me no banana papa. And I'm if that's what they are thinking, they are change your mindset because you move be the next time no a striker on your baby deal. Platform, so which is wrong. To me, panic almost is on my dream. Therefore, Manuel MPV for no. To me, dear, say, oh, light. If you are them now, so light. Oh, the cost road and so, oh, the platform and so. Who piasu from them, so dear. Meaning, say, Bob Nashi. It needs to be changed to put a new bulb to have a light. If you are trying this, you are trying people, you're running from Enyajuma. They should go. Let somebody new come. Montuma Island, Shada, whoever. NDC should go and touch la trust. MPP touch la ni o man.
Yeah, somebody new. Well, I know some about position. No, NPP for see a slow NDC number 8. Yeah, done a slow. I say one. Just say, imagine. One is number Jomo, Aquaba, Eddie good badge. Okay,
one mute to me. Let me see one mute to me. Okay, good.
When I have feedback and say, yeah, we know she keep feedback.
The purchase of Yamidase. So first and foremost, maybe I mean your penny Jerry DC. Let take it some few you. I just think say I just say yeah na Sebin Preduas. I seem to believe say maybe we just come from we are living in a different global island, if I can use that word. Politics, you can only effect changes through power. No matter what situation now. Even if fear mukura no need power, said you sometime we are useless. Let us imagine say Nanado can be say I'll put my presidency I can say as a result of fighting Galamsey. And he did that. He fought and lost. The reason is government way under President Kufuor 2021 January to up to now, I swear second I can say was suffered than any you can say president. I'm not talking about the first term, but the second term to have a hang parliament. Na ye bibia ewo parliament where you are not able to do it. For instance, 2020, I'm pretty sure the 2021 budget approve Adia never saw my approval July, I think September. They ended up passing it somewhere February. Now it is April thereabout. Because especially the yield levy. The yield levy bill was not even passed. It took about 6 months. We accept to say, you can say underground study year. But they did not have the numbers to even pass the law. Maybe the yield levy might have been a bad law, whatever. But enumunya difra ahochire bebre ba Ghana course so especially I can say the rise of interest rate inflation course because pass it because the government did not have enough money and resources at the time because they banked their hope on yield levy. And because of the drag chair, yield levy became a failure. And government they needed resources. Went manye all because of say the aim of fighting Galamsey and Olusu almost now almost say.
Are you sure say Galamsey anything about Olusu revenue no?
No. I'm saying say because Olusu numbers
parliament.
Yes. And as a result, make sure the effect now. So fight now, in so be man aftermath of the fight, because be now war numbers here. And maybe our passing 11 now.
No,
there could be several kotia bind there and bebre. Like you always say, corruption here and there. Said bebre economy no bebre in the boom. But me say me trust na me assess practically I think say Satamana 11 ni wom na ne pass na Ghana not dollar to the rate now you're still 6 cities or something. But 11 na yam pass na ye shas na because government for a fish shas a downgrade from February 2022 neighbor Ghana called junk state, that is when I want children in a shasieba. But I'm only trying to tell people say, because of the fight, because there be now numbers to pass that legislation. Maybe some fight now come fighting for almost 6 months in passing year levy, that wouldn't have been. And this time omo passing E11, no, not the object, has been defeated. Because then now after a tonko for team say, oh, what send this guy, but everyone, almost everyone seem not to be ready to use
your point again is
I'm also Jerry Asem now all can say on TSA and Crawford fight a Kufuado say what on fight also no matter that example. And I make sense say
but why was it against justification? So why are you even going for it to even explain?
Yeah, because
I'm going to Korea no Sankache say bana konya crowd the beba for you. So why is this even
and I make sense at that time no or the fight we really but the results, the consequence of it, and no, Abia to the second term, say Abia, young funny, say, Senanadu will win first term, or after second term, will win first term, so will win second term now. Say naturally, and can you be accept to say, or fight because now konya one
term. Fight there after the first term, one fighting, I'm saying no completely.
Of fighting.
After 2020, I'm saying no was not fought.
Okay.
It's from the first time, no. It wasn't fought.
Yeah, but the first time there, a lot of issues came in there, but the fight was there. But fast forward, and all I'm trying to say is, the consequences was suffer. Yeah, but down 3 months to the elections. Was as one quiet BMA. Was I say what didn't lose on the parliamentary seat, was one sound quiet BM. Now then about to one your power better what control me one. Or not to say
one is it all about power or solving Ghana problem for future generations?
Ghana problem, you cannot solve it one day. And you cannot solve it within a short time.
Yes, but one I will say, one I can come catch it say. A ban wa konya crowd to solve the problem. And he said,
to solve the problem, no. A problem be anywhere, and your problem,
yes, but president, I told him in politics, when he was giving that assurance, no, he knew what it took, what it would take.
And anything I made me the genesis of it, and say, what fight to be? He couldn't be successful and entirely. One to one yes, but what fight Nidia Wayan the next government for instance, Dr. Belmia the policies or bar, or also the Nidia or person or Bayano. They say initially you are you are saying something, say you invested BB into the chief, you invested the powers into the chiefs, let the chief also have cancer vested interest. According to Dr. Belmia, ne manifesto ne say. So Oba, in a way, I'll bet me they are fighting Garam say no. One of the cardinal reasons you say, one, Oba set something called mineral bank. Omo be make sure say omo no man concession. Omo be ma Ghana geological centers and area. No man identify the areas no mu free so bet my mind no. And so omo ba, what will happen is say localities no ombe ma the district chief executive in the assembly ni chiefs in only area.
So the bank changing the what I was saying is completely
different because will be
different from the American, so don't compare the two. I was talking about constitutional change. It's not a bank as but
at the same time, now Dr. Bomia say the current constitution, na a purpose this servo ye na for stability and now you achieve the stability. It has gotten to a point here yen try say at least you be make amendment. Everyone seems to be now majority of the people accept say we need some sort of changes, but you say Ghana constitution there are entrenched I can't say
where any entrenched clause
oh, okay. If there are entrenched, you what? You need amendment.
But when you entrenched clause, changing and bringing the keys on board, near entrenched, yeah.
One year entrenched, I would what the Amikase minimum nameboa. But you Dr. Baumi also want the policies or the actual. But finally, before I
check more chairman about that's your point.
That means Casa. But
maybe so wrap up now near Bema.
Okay, me patch and what the other Maria but baby crabin and Pesamica about was it Oliver me say me pronounce.
Voma.
Okay, thank you. What people seem to be not talking about here, say the kind of disrespect here Oliver is showed to the police. For instance, and you were 2 key ni keke o 2 key no se video no che say o say to America say akọ 2 key ni kone se obia steady ya o 2 key ni na be ekura say what to maybe they can just take it from you but o America ko baby obia hu no ko to kone ye. So what is the
maybe I heard them who saw 2 key.
I can say I don't need to come here.
I'm looking video now.
O 2 key no and now video o Jamaica koi and no 2 key ne kune ye and no back. But you know one, there's one guy obi busanis entidia mu ye. Look at that particular main fancy area na no me demonstration no na Eben hospital. Obi busa se enti obi de ne maame ba na bibia ba na se obi opese obewura ha. What do you expect? More broku road, you know. One guy me ni we would find o kan say na Ghana nipa bebrebe o nipa ni wu a na ye den. So this is a person or no demonstrate say obi nom garam sensuo enti e koso ayo but the same person on video or say can say na mo ye dos nti bi wu a na I was shocked say
I know they one comment do demonstration people get it. Police guy no more fan personal side.
Yeah, but ignorant comment ono si na ye the champion of the democracy hope here more fighting and if you are fighting aside enokrano look at the destruction, look at all those things and couldn't have intinan community demonstrate without causing damage to any property, without causing damage to anything. Me sure say US say ya can no decide. So we call demonstration now we say properties here they can arrest you. Meanwhile UK have the almost Oman and say omo ye demonstration wolisi ya chichi bebrebe ya de jerry omo ya jerry almost set special court ya jerry omo and it's about time people should begin to accept say you can demonstrate but your demonstration no it is defined in the constitution and give you right and the right should not be trampled on. Once you are doing this, you are trumpeting.
One in town. Mo bisunka bi ya dase. Over came am kasa Brad Jojo by na way in take quiet. Mpacho stand by for me Uncle Paco here. Major so boss.
I'm chatting for. Steve, I think say demonstration now omo ye no omo right. But if you demonstration, who you demonstration only a security for mushia. Kwan a mo be fa so a mo be ya de peace be ba na nyesa
no mo decide on routes ni ade
mo decide routes ni ade enti say mo decide a mo ntimi fa mra nche mo nsem say de mo pe na mo ye eno de police for nya de on be twama mo stafia Saturday na almost start here no what is on say Accra ka say traffic is kwa because omu block a lot of roads. Omu block a lot of roads for Accra. Yeah. Omu block a lot of roads for Accra. It's not much traffic. Sunday no, omu catch demonstrators and say, "Muntimi block roads no." Yachira baby a demonstration baby or some mujina. Enti ano no, ukoye sa. I say, "Mo de mo pe ena eye niema." And now, what boss say a police for no jai car key. What boss kana gan ko true key no na kana a to a bibi ho ntina na siso na a to car bi o. Kana a to car.
Yeah, no omu to nkofo ne car no ya.
Yeah, a towing car ntina na a genesis no because a police for no omu nya stop it say obeja car ne so the key. No, I should now no genesis or on yes idea.
But I think the question was the police didn't know what you towing car no when I know a free car anymore. Now, come out maybe 2 key no.
And also your question, but say na more around. Not more around. Because all Johnny no say a bimu kosi nenim.
Yeah, but who say nothing na what boss he complained said there should be no reason why the Voma should get access to the key. Because the police need work anymore. He cannot get access into where was that?
That's if you're also at the end, run a man of can say a kid or so on some put to me.
Don't be a man when we agree, but
I quite will be a Janet die or so quite dynasty want to make room with a funny TV. Janet.
But also where they national asset, car and a national asset. See the police also know about
a national asset and Yanidia. So if you're national asset and Yanidia,
I think the point is now police knew where him only panning access to the
police were around. Police knew around. So police knew around. So if you're a Verma or Nama, to me ending a chisa. Because now Nam can home. I just walk go straight to now Nam can one or the fan who are Sadian. On Nam one or the fan who are Sadian. And Uncle Jerica said, Yache 10-year-old girl. I'm a 10-year-old girl, Yachino, on in and nam. Lady now on in and I'm here. I'm saying the grandma's saying now almost a free baby, Omujana, baby, yes, Yachi. Pastor, if you are galanty as some room, still if you are a good time or say a political parties, Ninano. Omuna one, near na fighting. And yes, our party has if you are bad, then say you ever fight you. Galanty bad, then say ever fight because still if you are here, me NDC nyadi on baba power. But NDC baba power no me so mo fight here. Obenya opposition almost be campaign etia. Into a bad thing. That is the NDC for a year this. Also true parties and also all the parties ni na no omu na eba na ye one na ye kase galamse no se na ye me bapo ase na me bapo ase na me ene de obi abe steady de anya ne sa de asefia ebe ye den na asefia lawyer aba ni so me aba ni so me nwure wa be kan no wakasa ye pa ba asefia unim youth na yeba no yenya a chance say ye kasa yema ye kasa honti because if you sabe ye na no mo ahemfo omwo hoyi Ghana ye tax no yenji sika no fa mo mu yenji tax ema ohini bia o Ghana enti se wo ba radio so na wo kasa bibi na wo kasa no ahwe se de wo kasa no se de sitie because ye nyina no se wo ye asante fanti we nyina ye one and a sabe so ohini bi tu kwan a on tu kwan man tribe na o Ghana no tu kwan ma Ghana oye bibia okokasa wo bebia ye bo Ghana din ti di ahemfo ne ye no eye nimonyam hye no mo hye Ghana sabe ye da na otumfo na mi bomi mu e che onwumre otu kwan oba UN bekasa do oya asante he no ye kasa from Ghana niema oye no outside no oye in the name of Ghana enti yemfa buo mfa ma ya hemfo no ye kasa yemfa buo ema omo ukokasa ya wano ye se aboa na no wa yemfa ntwensuo ukokasa ya uma wano try ene ye di ukogina we hwese de wa enye enti ye kasa yemhu se de besi akasa
okay
ahemfo me besi kasa akiro mo se pia me das uni nya
me das na de oni ubra entwa so ono so te ote back yi twen o akaba gozi bra George mbato good evening yemo akwa where you know of mama so man pacho yenti o
good evening Joseph Yatimenka
good evening yeto kan pacho ho ye de
ya me ado me hot there is a bible no tire no more tite o tire no more test apepepe yedi kan aten sem wa moni adwuma wo ye when you home and so you always try to bring home to us and it's a very good thing. Then the one issue I met about it near recent ballot we of course
okay
I mean there be my body about what you see no say when some politicians they do lobbying all the time. It's even my mom pick it right away and show you to them. Now yes a pick it fashion bottom say whatever could transit baby a tyranny abamu shoe. You see anything I was not check the job or no. once we dey say say class 1 for you unu sua so no e dan kro mutimi lobby 2 dan ase na paper imagine obi be mo millions e si a di obi de e akoda to ni ade ba ko a yisi no onhwe ni ye ho ne de no kro ne nyame anim ni minim ha wo mo eye omo ayi de but it doesn't yeah. And then the next year was this demonstration issue, you know, about Vema could 2K near the. I mean, Vema when you can so could 2K wrong is wrong as usual. Brichera will be could 2 police car wrong, no matter where it happen, you know, wrong. So what you say, Vema will no crash, you even know better because why a lord. So what you saying, you know, in the first place, no show example to fellow demonstrators now who could win key or whatever. I mean, irrespective of the car involved, no one in ye, no so yes, to show a. And then the next year, Mecano is about youth, no, the ceremony or minor, yenti and or minor. Say, ye giddy no minor bar, henny beko. We say, Ubra now before I will be line and I will let you talk about say, no, dear, say, only my history. If free, you know, where do man, and let me tell you, and yet just on yes, randomly no me you a plan. Yeah, can you kurumukasa, need de ba hano crano, umunya nanka ha, yang you fool in Kayabako some cryante. So I here because sometimes we tear back someone and more kuma costro. So I here because a near mom dear from me and I'm telling you, me name a criminal justice major student, name share slavery, my original videos. Near only YouTube near any the edited ones near you. See original video, no Professor Becca shows on to me share jai because that's original unedited black and white. Then time no more day say etikopo camera na say kwadu no bidwa no ntimi hwe ne omde ye man nkwara it is I mean me hwe sa video ma me beti ase hwanti a me nua no ma me beto o ha na ye so tense so what you say sometimes what the came kura na police person what chiana na ye mu ahye no na o pese ni oye so what you say is because of what the past Oka chance one trust and if it within seconds, you need that because they know what I've gone through. And yeah, what the end of free system no. And then you be the future. We see the West, you know, omo sharp, planning long time. Ready at all. And yam one crash be an enya, e be crane, ye nuanum chin win chon yeja, and some person ye. Because someone say one day, me take over the land. Make sure so history better. Go infiltrate with one on here. Because who could dream with history one watching a Bubeka say, Namu Krako, I'm in Koromano, we nam where were you people? And that by it until time will come. The future children who history need you.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then when it happened, they can't stand against foreigners or any year baba ababi. So no. Sana half 1% or no person here. But the gender and say, yeah, to for the penny for an hour all the time, no more bohon, no more the man a phone. I mean, opinion leaders, no, almost persons had me be so they want the yano to know our whereabouts near the others. Oba and I no more or history near Mamra. Ube can walk on you before, Ube can walk even Black American.
The other night, yes, ye giant, Yama division number your mutis, woman in ya, and away, anyway. I don't know, yes, I allow you, dear.
Yeah, see, Diana made sure say a plan, a disunity no more course. What you say? Say, we will be a to Nasa or Baha for our own. I said, we should name history or Hannah one way up. Any Black Americans, so I can't only to for me against us, only like movie business story be a what in will fear and I say, what an but when you come here now be educated, no sooner at the end now bang, you understand them. Yes, it will bang a dream, and I'll be who you into on a man who would be plan. Yanwan into yes, Yaniano Mebuno, in Detroit one say, me brow line is no sombra. On Masum Diembra, because on mine, a fee, or my outside diaspora near the Edenya, be a baby fee, omo oho ni titiri omo nkwa ho hia because me ma meto bi omo na beto e ka omo so aka me ma me nua bi aka ye nyina they say na ye say half for say yankwa bi an say ye remi amia ne wo one day ye say yankwa na ye ne den so ari ase ntin ye sremo omo ma asomdue mra na yisi no so on tie politicians no asem omo demand bi a mpanifo no omo ye demand bi say enipa bi wo demand bi no pese omo di tudwa ya na omo pese omo beje omo request omo honya ha what you say omo honya ha we ma minyi ade ba ko bi hu kiro me ma tra New York over 10 years during the President Trump the first buy no the ice buy no no train station almost stop ni ade na se nkrofo no emma enipakuo tigu abonten asem obi biara tra New York ni Hudson River no highway na Henry Hudson Highway amanfo kwotene kwanum
in protest
ba kokura protest your course no why omudima with opinion leaders ni say sa eyes on stop and freeze ni we must stop omunhia no wa police for were lining up cars uba kokure ni hwa obo bi say mu be committee because almost so omu so mu ye adwuma de but once onipa ne ti kwam denti na wote ho because of person
for a reason.
And believe me, in no meantime, the governor, they came and listened, they took their petition, and in no meantime, Ubia then, if you come on man, Bibia the NC. If you want almost to card me, those things here then, to try, way back a crown sign a widget for bed, a baby Lucy, let's share free. Sometimes,
protesting here, demonstrations in here for a purpose.
Before a baby so crown where the cambo they will say, you see, but Kaweno, you see, in your boss, in PRO, right? PRO come out, face the people. Miniano Makwaba, Mr. Way, Mopani, Wahe, Fabra, much your margin come on. My show must say, woman the Bequay, not only dispersing. Now, more quoted there, Mona say be 2 hours, 3 hours, no move fast forward. You are anger no because yes,
I get you.
And near man bro move because Tadabia Penifobit is Alwa have Captain Smart Nipe be or more Alwa have for instance no international consultant. Sometimes me TB can say one day when the youth rise up it's very bad, and when a youth rise up, Uganda any other way, we all know it.
But the youth must get knowledge and say normal rise. In fact, ignorance and rise. This we must also get knowledge to rise.
Exactly, and they go. Now say some time ago, near can't see a demonstration. Na you bunny says be woman school near one choir, and so na demonstration trace it to the last 15 years. What him say new the phone is being credit for credit. So the time is coming. Ntino amomom honya ha no mfu bu emfa mo me do besia me bra yibi
that's brajo that's bebre Uncle Paco, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, oye pojentio kuna do so about it and catch it, but at least it's doing that.
Lawyer about you because Michigan. I mean, you know a problem. No problem, you know when you're there. I am fancy, you know, I have a program of not the dog fancy. You'll be able to come as to my super I'm a ball platform that men can make a tree, with a tree, with some can with a wicker crap, but to make a mukasa.
The hampo to can be a pebia.
You know, the minty say, Obit and Channel on Charles the Macafanta. A book cannot own to more conquer show.
Bialan can the member Pimekuti, Bialan can them. How to Mukaka Bian crying. You can say everything.
Most of my mama fancy saying him. Why? Mama come out to me.
And Mr. Man Pimekuti, able to mark you are not stopped. Nobody can stop you, nothing. You green light no can be
Well, friend, then demonstration, yeah, you okay, yeah, was police, Ubioko to police Mickey. If you're in there, any police in Yakazakasana to Nichawa, police will fire now, and you man will watch and I be with them saying them.
Oh, okay.
Police in Nichawa.
I will go to police in Nichawa.
Yes, I moved to police in Nichawa. It's a big deal. I don't know if you're aware. I may be wrong, but for me,
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware.
For somebody to have access to state property, that means you are negligent. Do you get it? In Sembiba, don't let us look at the bad side. we should also look at the positive side American to educate people. Because why there? As a car is it just go. Anything can happen. For now, but for maybe 2 years, 3 years, you get it. In as much as there, 1 year, no. But I don't think the national which you know one or police in khaki, no, watching. Something might have happened. Sometimes in some of the or they interrogate Kaka, need to see both sides. Video enough might not be, video footages might not be enough. I'm not sure. Or be complain about where the demonstration is taking place. 37 military hospital. They know that it's a health facility. And they decide to use that one because they want the effect of the demonstration. But because I want immediate attention, I want people to take me serious into my block corner. Another whoever is responsible should know that other people's life are at stake. So they will heed to my demand or probably give me a listening ear. You see, I have nothing wrong with BBY demonstration. No. I personally
the police also approved that route for them, boy. They approved that route.
Okay, so nobody should come and say there. Papa, you'll be one in town. Also, anyway, no, it's neither here nor there. Demonstration, the effects of demonstration is to get the needed attention. What for case there, although two governments now then, NDC and MPP and the political party, they should come together and fight Ghana. Wow. Not or Ghana, Morocco or Ghana. Sometimes, in some I am in Peramukudumpu. And there, because it's kicking against Nabaniti, political parties in number together. That is the hypocrisy we have. We are as Ghanaians. Yempenukwa. Ubi kasam na se. Ubi intasa. No watch him just to suit that person. You know the people doing the galamsey. You know. The comment of the day cannot tell me that they don't know who are doing the galamsey. They know. Excavators go to wire. So if you know the people, it's not about even politics. So make the effort. Make the effort. Don't be breaking on pedal year because of food or bonus vote. No. Make the effort. If you don't succeed, will be on the effort, you know. But you sit down aloof and watch. If you in the next couple of years, people will start or they import to Suko Ghana. People will ship money in to Ghana. And
from the 2021.
Thank you.
Import no fish Spain, I think 11 million out of it was water from Spain. Yeah.
Thank you. Wabe you won't you krumu. Galamse record on the yanka. Galamse no obi so na sokoro butasi. Mr. Jerry Kasembi, also we should have a national agenda. I'm 100% for it. But national agenda no. We know what to do is no boycott. If you go into the constitution, there's a plan even for education for all sectors. Professor most times, let's have a national dialogue. Let's come out with a plan. You heard about Vision 2020. What happened to it? Vision 2020, what happened to it?
It was implemented.
To which level?
Vision 2020 a Rollins agenda. It was done then before Ben or GPS 1, GPS 2 into a trio. Then I think when Mahama Atamos no Mahama by it was another they've continued this. They all continued the projects.
You continued it and then
it's not even a project, it's a development plan.
Thank you. National development plan. That is when they called for stakeholders engagement MP before boycott and
referee. Because I know we did a 40-year plan under Mahama, 40-year development plan, NDPC.
They boycotted it. They boycott even in fact, ex-president Kufuor Krampo
I don't know about I don't know about it was something else, not the development plan.
Well,
it was something else, not the development plan. Because they were all on board. It was a 40-year development plan. Yeah. They were
so why have we abandoned it? We should have a body. We have to enforce it. Manifesto is but the thing is, I'll come on manifesto, but let it align with the national development plan. That is the way to go. Ma'am, can I check that? Finally. What's the youth here then? I mean, you too. I'm you too. But if you the youth of today right now, I'll tell you something. The youth of today right now. Once today, youth now. If we want to cast a opinion or care, opinion, and I don't opinion, I don't say what you know. The youth of today now, they want to ask questions. And when they ask you the questions, they expect answers from you as an elderly person. If you don't give them any satisfactory answer, they will ask you, they will provoke you because when you were there, they will actually create the impression that so they also want to hit you at where the youth of today, Ghanaian youth, they were very tolerant too. I'm telling you, the Ghanaian were tolerant. But because of the tolerant nature, why cool. Them and then we could go be the maybe no, but so there is nothing that you can do there which what youth of today are share. It's not possible. Give them what they deserve. What do they deserve? Give them proper plan. So school na man progression. Ejuma na ya man man bibi o wie school na obenye bibi waye. Oya idle definitely they rebel. Mam can I say that is
Yo, yeah, that's Uncle Pakuti. Black Window, Pasho, good evening.
Good evening, Stefia.
So, yeah. Yeah, don't catch. I didn't say now we had data collection. Good.
But now Olympics next winter na me ko film kaka de me dan no jiska kakra.
It's allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, enti Mr. Me Felice on Galamsey no. Ghana see any leaders so. Hana me hunu say encophobia e show mo boss say omunyama be the president. Any ministers na no more Ghana say because his actual NDC fund so almost show. Say in case some almost show more post ni be able to no one be DB star keke. Because Galamsey say me you want me tell you as I see our so like otiswa o say no we say yes kasemu like o say wasasia and yes sky be man at very cover me environmental economics na me intime hu hia me pa o share Europe say sika omu invest just to protect the environment all the way Brazil Amazon forest omu many projects person be protecting Serbia and Crofon pomon say no say your person a PhD crowd. If you call environmental field now, you can easily get your funding. Inti, idea here abrofunu po. Inti mintia se Ghana die. Ena unim so far no ye share river bodies no pel. Unim forest in Yansa go Ghana they say. I was in Ghana in May. Me papa kumewu raso. Me ko hopa say ho na yen influence you ho na hilly areas. Almost that it travels in Yansu go yen influence go as say. Enti we want to say
in a couple of years in Suena or Cranberry.
A berry. Enti like a day pass over here say wow baby out you. And now Europe passes in send your mind no bibia electric cars because almost say emissions the doors bibia against your money almost invest a lot in electric cars, a lot of bicycles. They say a quite be work almost per se on more bicycles faster. I say, who here by who young pie so far more since climate change bad. Flood, yeah, but any lower globe, any so far, any South Americans near the no. And Mr. Penny Fon say, we know young first Casamon to say, hey baby, a for Ghana water for or more.
Yeah, almost in a couple of years, yeah.
Since you are no use so many alum more than necessary and on the purifying I think say solve it in here. It's not me because to be the more than 60 years in this year to Abaman no because almost new metal because effects no about it 3 decades na very very serious. And you that time no do buko. In Tigana the mistake in san came out standing pool. Mami ka dem no kakra se fia. Unze chrome one demo omoye demo power has safe. Omoye demo power. But ombe so basis it's mere violent, all right, but who say and yet political because me who conform cry NDC for flags in way me who be
The money.
the money who will be cry NDC for me I'm not for violence. Me who say person be peacefully. The guy for my yeah, wait man peacefully. Now the message call. It's wrong because okay na say this year. Omo munya scholarship onka ho omo yare a omo de omo abeko UK ni Germany no onka ho enti me
we have demonstration here chewa usani ama na wo bi
ta but to be honest nyoma na ekos na ebufu ene mi tie obi or interview head of committee or catering commissioner or African Games no was $15 million no mo di no ami anima omo on my list, I'll say volunteers, Legon security guards, obi 3 times a day. But you say olive crown on Mudia, I give you $15 million. Yeah, but dollars not to say you trap your Ghana.
Eh?
Because me name US are more the crowd. Say boss
the US because they do not pay your price and $50 to cry when you're on campus 100.
Yes. It's people bomb and me all the way me pay peace because who ya say best say nyoma already crone said that what I say. But I make last about the electoral commission. Mestrom Sisia no say nya say tension about into some take post charge say who asoma obia memo mu nyomu tintin ti say e be chia won say o de e be mamu ai dia ma yentio at least I say money in a way say ubi every crowd better than wasi. I don't like say president be too easy no. And I say some say upon advice of one but I should be totally independent. Until they may work and
I have to produce and no I join I'm up to na or asamba. Brown justice much or a good evening but you
If yɛte yɛn ho nkakyɛ yɛte yɛte mo nkakyɛ mo mo te ho nkakyɛ
yɛte o mpɔtɔ yɛte o yɛda ase dɛ ndɛ de etu ma join it
I mean the mechanic because mama Kenya
feedback
me loan with TV me loan
okay
hey mama Kenya Mr. Jerry asamancha Kenya ona Mr. Jerry Ken na Mr. Che no be no Ken this is I mean and with that youth now all about they are enjoying a lot when your pain you want to find your pain why the corona the injustice be you want why the injustice you want actually I want to maybe I'm follow that journalism 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 I Ghana then time I don't most so na pala that's radio the phone and chrome pana obi halali ke ya do me fa obi halali ke ya sende mo so why oya dan ona kunedu baki oya dan na what the 50 what the $15 million or say $3 million what the feed athlete for just 18 days there all make sense into a beer into me and deal ubu is if ya FIFA CAF 1,260 million since you're gonna get the millions million dollars on your but what's it 260 million but one for renovate
pictures are you want Ghana. You cannot all of a sudden. No, it's a damn impano to me and deal about an obey. And if you check asama a one money or share glasses here or UK or
One in town.
one BBB asama licking Mr. K asama licking or make it that I'm saying I wouldn't promise it the government UK president in charge or resign. Why that block for resign? Just engineer be on to resign. Say yesterday you to guarantee after say our minimum. Yesterday you to say you to Gaza. So they have change way like 3 months no nkofu ubi nya yelbanu. Ono mpebia no power na no nya wana. Oh, mpebia ai. Na mi shira onya mi nka wo.
We should also. As I'm not, people are upset. Because, like you're saying, it's millions. I able to Ghana. You don't hear it in Abuja, Europe, in the US. Because it's a US will be better. Will be $100. Nobody will do that. What a year? What bonds are $50 now? Because it's very difficult to come by that money. But Ghana people pay that because nobody na can. We don't punish the wrong. No proper accountability. Party for na business people now working in Ibia. Everybody wants ways and means. Uncle Shepard no the contract. The reason why I cost no work cost no but there's a businessman or the banner why generate 10%. Only thing I want my bill no work cost no. So it's serious. But somebody sent a message. I think the person made a very important point. The Electoral Commission has a big role to play in this election day. How unbiased the Electoral Commission delivers their work is very important to ensure that mobile lose, mobile win, everybody will accept it. But if you are not unbiased and you are biased, you are partial, it's difficult, but even mobile win in will be difficult to accept that we win. You see, so the posture of Electoral Commission is key to the sustenance of this election. The Electoral Commission, the ball is in your court. Do the work in such a way that Ghana, we know we are heading towards a volatile election, but it's on you to ensure that we will do the right thing. Kalamse also we know the government of the Nejuman is saying it will end on 7 January when they hand over to a new government. Whoever comes, whether it's Bawumia or Mahama or Cheddar or Alan, it will be a new government. So 3 months now, it's still enough time for you to do something about the Galamse. Even Abrochi football are spending money for people to conduct studies and protect other continents' forests, our own forest. Yeah, because it's sad. It's sad. Go be needed. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. Now, yes, now Bruni to one who are Nisika say, Ubi Mayor race and don't know how to protect our own. So charities don't try send a message. All political parties must work together because it also doesn't exonerate the opposition. Say opposition shouldn't say or Galamsey, and you are using Galamsey as a campaign and media back. For how? How can you do that? Because we opposition at every point in time, you're also a government in waiting. So when you also use the Galamsey as a campaign tool, you are also weaponizing on mining future. And it's bad. So you're calling out Albino for failure to deal with the Galamsey. No? We are equally calling out opposition. Say you cannot use Galamsey as a campaign tool against your opponent. Because Obiaba Obeja Ninko for Guma, send your gun and the Emperor Mino Ebeye. This is just us. This has been Jasu Jumedia. Thank you so much for joining us. Mama joining Abia. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Yes, next week, another year. From August, we'll come back and do the twice a week, the Monday and Wednesday from there October. So we'll do it. But for now, no, next week. Until wow, sending message to me and we do message and patch. Sorry, but thank you so much for joining us. I think this video I have is the president. I don't know. Let me see.
Nana, send me breast hano. Assembly is Ghana no. Casa wono apejapa. So-called Galamsey. As I remember, I made this a confoca Galamsey wasn't. My babe, Matiso Bia, Nanamus can't be. I can't Galamsey who was a which is a human coin him no. Because I'm out for you now, so any a cancer more. There no between me who quiet between me a faso, and me a brand as here. Chiguzo. Mr. Bambiamba, Bamwa, I said that in any season every month to Samabai. Now, any babies are Eddie Barbaya, Katasha, Najusa, and no coming major man who cry. Your Basia Babi Tunasia, you be Tunasia, so acquire fan, a queen biaso. Now, I made them so send an annum so do any so. I'm descending and Sakra. Two for Okokebi, I sent my counsel. I some papa, son, which media Abba, my phone in Etias, I did BBS in our campum, it's with a brand as yet.